Welcome in, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I've been like a caged tiger, man, for over a week now, waiting for the first guttural yell of 2026 because, well, they hadn't really deserved one yet. You don't guttural yell for salvaging a series. And they actually won a series and salvaged our hearts and our pride. I think by taking 2 or 3 from the Boston Red Sox, who are firmly implanted in the torture chamber right now. They are losing their minds. They've got a guy in their fan base. We're Ben and Woods, by the way. It's 97.3 The Fan. They got a guy in their fan base. He goes by the name of Hogdale, and I think he works for Barstool now. But he's the bigger guy, and he sits in his basement, and literally in his basement, and he just comments on the games. He live streams the games. And homeboy, he lost his mind over the weekend. Padres took it to him, and it was awesome. I loved it. It was so great. Congrats to the fellas. Let's keep this thing rolling because I was so excited to come into work today. I didn't have to, you didn't have to worry about it, man. It was nice, and the way that they won those games, we will break them all down today. I'm so excited to do so. I'm Woodsy, by the way. That's Paul Rindle. He's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great, buddy. Want to get to your weekend here in a moment. Benjamin Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins as well. Benjamin, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Did everybody have a good Easter Sunday yesterday?
Beautiful, man. Just a beautiful, beautiful day with the family at my in-laws' farm ranch thing. It was great. Food was outstanding. The kids we hit Easter eggs, and they found the Easter eggs, and it was great. We had such a good time. I was super tired all day yesterday, but we made it, got home, got plenty of time to chill. The kids are back in school.
Finally. Spring break. The never-ending spring break has ended.
The endless summer is over until summer starts in like 6 weeks. But yeah, we're back in the full grind of life, which is where we thrive. My family thrives on I've got 4 Little League games this week. We've got the SDFC game on Saturday that we're all going to. Hannah's got 2 new listings or something. She's got open houses like crazy. She's kicking ass. The kids are back in school. And I'm like, yes, this. Not with, idle hands or idle time. What is that saying? Idle hands or the
idle
devil's
hands are the devil's plaything.
Yeah, that's us. Our whole family. So I need the chaos. So we've got the chaos is back, thank God. So I'm excited about this week. Paulie, how was your Easter?
Pretty good. Just kind of chilled all weekend.
Kind of magical, wasn't it?
No, it was great. We had a phenomenal Easter. We welcomed our new family member, Maisie, yesterday. We have been looking to adopt this dog for a few weeks now.
Yep.
And she's had a really rough past and had to get nursed back to health, really up to 100%. And we got to meet her on Saturday, and we still were thinking we were probably about a week away before we were going to bring her home.
Which is awful, by the way. It's like going to look at a new car, and they're like, you want to come pick it up next Saturday? Actually, I thought maybe I could drive it home today. If that's cool. No. We're going to need you
put the final code on it.
No.
Give it to you.
We
Yeah.
got to get it all ready for you. You're like, I'm ready for it right now.
I'll take it right now.
And I even told the foster parents, we were over at their house meeting the dog on Saturday night, and I was like, gotta tell you, it's going to be really hard to get in the car and leave without her right now.
Right.
We're kind of ready to just get this going.
Diarrhea and all, by the way.
She had a
severe diarrhea,
little GI issue, and they're like, look, we pride ourselves. The company that we use was Labs and More. They're phenomenal. And they're like, hey, we kind of pride ourselves on giving you a dog that's not crapping its brains out on day one. And we're like, yeah, we totally get it. We can handle it.
We're good. We got it.
Our dog at home right now has a stomach issue. She's fine. We're going to be okay.
Our house is actually covered in feces.
Yes.
We are absolutely fine. We couldn't care less.
And so we ended up going back the next morning, and we picked her up. We took her home.
Which was yesterday.
Yep. So 10 a.m. we went and got her, brought her home, had her everything just all set up for her.
Did you call them? You're like, you know what? We got it. We'll just do it. We're just going to come get her. And they're like,
we pretty much had that conversation. We're just like, she was like, look, the foster mom was like, look, honestly, her stomach's been pretty good the last 24 hours. I think it's kind of reset. She's been on chicken and rice for meals, and she's doing pretty good. I'm like, yeah, we're good. Say no more. Like, I want this dog in my house like as soon as possible. So it was awesome. They went and got us. Yeah, my wife's in the chat. We couldn't go to the adoption event. So this dog they do Saturday events like from like 10 to noon or something. And you can just show up, see a dog, sign up, take the dog home with you that day.
Sure.
And she was set to go to a Saturday event. And we had our eyes on this dog for a couple of weeks at that point.
Yeah.
It was the only Saturday that we had a special Saturday show from 10 to noon.
The block party.
The block party. And I was like, babe, I cannot go. Like, it's the one Saturday show of like the year that we have.
Sorry about your dog.
Sorry.
There's no way.
And so we wrote them and we're like, whatever you can do, we need this dog. Like, do not let this dog go, to the event, because it will not come. It'll go home with somebody immediately. So we ended up making it work. We've been talking to them for a couple of weeks. We brought her home yesterday. She's just the sweetest girl.
You got her in the chat? Put her in the chat so everybody can
How'd she handle the new environment of your home?
She adapted pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me put this up. We have a 13-year-old dog, and she was a little bit territorial at first. And by the end of the night, like by 7:00 last night, we were all like laying there cuddling together, and she has like completely figured out like this is home. She loves all her blankies and everything like that.
Let's go, dude.
She's a chocolate, right? That's the color.
She's a brown, chocolate. She's like a boxer, pit, lab, shepherd type mix.
Absolutely beautiful.
Just
big ass ears. Oh my God.
I'll bring her in one of these days.
Please
and
do.
She's got the biggest forehead like you've ever seen. It does not fit her body. It was so great, dude. I honestly was very emotional yesterday.
100%.
Like, we were just sobbing, like the just happiest of tears. We lost Daphne like 6 months ago. We had to put her down. It was awful.
That's terrible.
And
this one's got such a wild backstory too.
Yes.
But like losing one that is your beloved.
Yeah. It's just
awful.
There was even with another dog, there was still such a void like in our family.
Ben, why is that funny? He's talking about a void in their lives and in their family. There's nothing funny about that. Guy's burying his soul on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So my dog died. And we've just been like in a state of depression and feeling like something has been missing. And we filled that void yesterday. And her story, she's about 2 years old, Maisie, and she was rescued out of Riverside. And they found her on the streets, I guess. And she was like, you could see every single rib and every bone in her body.
Oh my God.
They posted on their Instagram, the adoption service, Labs and More. They posted her like back in middle of February. And we were like, oh my God. And they were basically saying, hey, we have this dog. She needs a lot of care. Like $6,000 or $7,000 worth of surgeries. She had swallowed a corn cob out on the streets or wherever, and it had caused a blockage in her stomach because it's a corn cob. And
it's a huge corn cob.
Yeah. And so they estimate
I don't even know how that's possible.
I don't either. These dogs are insane, dude. And they estimated that she probably didn't eat for 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh my God.
And they found her. She was about 30 pounds. She's probably a 60 to 70 pound dog at full weight. And they said, they basically put it out there on their public Instagram and said, we need help. This dog, most people would just say, this dog's not going to make it. We're going to put her down. And we're going to give this dog a chance. And so because of all that, her story, we love, rescues and second chances at life and all of that. Her name was Rebel on the adoption forms. And given the corn cob and everything, we felt Maisie.
Maisie. Get it? Maisie.
See, that's a funny thing to laugh at.
That you can laugh at.
That's good. It's clever. Maisie.
She is a beaut. She's a beauty. And now welcome Maisie to the Ben and Woods family. And now you get to be a part of it.
She got all her toys.
She'll get to come in and hang out, hopefully here in the studio, and get a little dog bed over there. Are you comfortable with that?
I'm very comfortable with dogs.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I just don't like cats.
She's about as chill as it gets.
I'll bring one of my cats.
I'm allergic.
You're not allergic.
I'm very allergic. I'm very allergic to cats.
You're not. You're not. You're not.
So yeah, great Easter.
That's a great Easter.
It worked out like we didn't even really think about it until Saturday night. We got home from, Petco and Home Goods and getting all the stuff ready. And we're sitting there and I go, oh, it's going to be Easter Sunday tomorrow. Like, we'll always know Easter 2026.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a very easy gotcha date.
That's right. Yeah, man, it's such a beautiful thing. Kudos to you guys for, not just going and getting, oh, this is the prettiest, newest, easiest one to get, the one that actually needed a home. And you can tell in her face, that little video on the couch, she's very, very happy to be home with you guys. It's very touching.
It did not take long. And, she had been from two foster homes after all the medical stuff. And it's just like, hey, we're just going to take it easy, let you know you're not going anywhere else now in a week or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is home now.
That's awesome, dude.
She's been good.
The best. It's the best. And now Eric says, you sure you want another kid? Maybe get a dog instead. There's a better than 50% chance that both end up happening at some point in the next, hopefully. I mean, I would hope. It doesn't feel like if the kid thing doesn't work out, I don't think a dog is going to be the consolation
backup
prize.
Plan.
Right.
It's not the same thing.
But I do, listen, just in full transparency, the kids, Taylor seems very excited about the potential. Bo does not. Bo has a lot of Ben in him, where he's like, "Why did you guys do this? We were
happy.
Everyone was happy.
I've already come to grips.
I've
with
come
the
to
second
grips
one.
with the second one, and now again, So in that instance, you could see maybe a 2-for-1 type situation where the old. Well, listen, don't worry about this because now you have this, and something I've thought about. To see him out at the farm yesterday where there's goats, there's llamas, there's chickens, there's bunnies, to watch him lead the charge with all these animals, walking a llama around like it's no problem. I won't even get near it, by the way. I was like, no, I'm staying away.
I don't blame you.
They spit upon you,
yes,
and they kick you.
They're jerks.
Then they're like, you want to come pet it? I'm like, why would I want to come pet it? No, I'm staying away from that. I don't want to get... So I'm standing there in my Easter best. We're getting ready to go eat.
Worst
just
possible.
What's it? What is it? Is it like acidic? Like what is it like? Is it like skunk spray? What is it? Venom? Is it venom? Or is it just like I
think they're just blowing raspberries at you.
The minute I got fairly close to it, it was doing this. Ready? It was going. And I'm like, any second he's just gonna go, and I'm gonna be walking up. Hi everybody, happy Easter! Just covered in llama spittle.
Did you name the llamas?
Yeah, it's Callie and something else. I don't remember. But the goats are there. But to watch him, especially with the animals, you're like, oh, bro, it is unbelievable. It is they're unbelievably scary. And the way they walk with their big ass long necks and like just creepy. I'm like, why did you guys do this? no desire to ever get close to any of those things.
Gosh.
But no, to watch him with animals is really special. So I think, we got 3 cats right now, like 3 cats, 2 kids, a dog is so much. And then you add another child to the mix. But it's like, what did I just say? You can't say that you thrive in chaos and not make it even more chaotic. So that's where we were. We had a great time. It was an awesome day.
Maybe that's what I walk like, a llama.
Maybe.
Is that the comparison? I wanted to thank all the tier 1s for their comments on the video I posted. We did, Channel 10 did post the s'mores pretzel video from Petco Park over the weekend, but
got a couple good pieces out of that.
We didn't have all the walking content that Woods and Hannah wanted to see.
Yeah.
So
not just Woods and Hannah, the entire city.
I've made a separate reel of just the outtakes of me walking around Petco Park to get to the pretzel stand.
Well, we've talked about it on the program. He asked us, a while ago, does he walk funny? And we both said yes. Yeah, you do. And you've been working on your gait, and I think that you've made great strides. No pun intended. I really do think you've made great strides because I broke this video down, as I told you I would, like the Zapruder film. And it's essentially 4 cuts, right, in the video. And the first cut is very good. It's very normal. You look very natural. Then you start to see the center of gravity start to lean forward like a ski jumper, right? So So then and then the arms get a little bit more swingy.
Yeah.
And by the end, you're almost parallel to the ground, your chest, because you're leaned so far down. And then the arms start going, and they just start going, and the shoulders start to slow, and the shoulders start to slump.
I think maybe you're like at times overemphasizing the straight back, and it's like your back is like arching the other way instead of like kind of hunched over. You're kind of going the opposite.
Like this, and then the arms naturally will swing more. So if you could just think about this. Look, you're standing in a door jamb when you walk. Okay, you're like just square, and then just kind of lightly swing your arm. Somebody said it looks like you're walking with two imaginary friends and you're holding their hands.
The problem, do I walk funny?
Yes.
The problem is the more I think about walking straight up, the stiffer I get, which is
save that.
The opposite of what we're really trying to go for. I'm trying to relax, but when I relax is when I start leaning forward and kind of just relaxing a little bit. But that was the one I got a lot from. Yeah. What are you doing with your hands? What's going on? People are asking me about my pant legs.
That's the other thing. So when they pan down to your legs, they go, oh no, he's going to catch some grief for his high waters. But it's not his fault. His calves are so gargantuan and massive that no pant will stay down around his ankle. And they all ride up because of these massive, sinewy calves that you have. The only pant that would work on him is a bell-bottom pant. It's the only type. And because we're in 2026, actually, all the little broccolis in my neighborhood, they all wear these big Jinko black jeans now. If you can't pull them off. You're 50 years old. You're 50 years old. You cannot wear them. Those would also work. But all of these Viore joggers, they just ride up.
Already doing it this morning. They just keep creeping up my legs. My mom said you need to walk. Your legs need to be closer together when you walk. They're too.
They do. You get
too wide.
You
I need
wide.
little Sasquatchy.
Yeah. So
when the arms start going and the legs get wide, it's like, oh, he's an actual Yeti. Like here comes the Yeti of Petco Park. They have Sasquantino, Sasquatch, Vinny Pasquantino. We've got
This kind of just feels fitting.
Yeah. Hey, is that Channel 10's Ben Higgins? Here he comes. Kudos to you for putting it out there. It was amazing. It was incredible. I was actually, not to be gross, I was on the toilet when it came through, and I went, oh, it's here. The walking video is here. And I was like, I've already seen it. It's so good. You are such a legend for putting that out. And I love that your editors made this big, long cut. You're in there talking about the pretzels. You're talking to Chef Phil. And great piece, by the way.
Thank you.
I thought it was really well done. You made me laugh in it. I thought it was great. And I'm watching. I go, they cut it out. They looked at it and they go, we can't show
we
this.
went with the POV walking up. You like the POV.
Love POV. Mom POV. But yeah, 100%.
This is Ben POV.
Ben POV.
Ben POV.
Yeah.
It is
Not
just
as familiar, but
Ben Foot.
Ben Foot.
There it is. There it is.
Oh man.
SoCal Yeti says identity theft is not a joke.
Sorry, Yeti.
All right, you have SoCal Yeti. He's got Petco Yeti. I mean, it's just incredible. You did great. You did great. I'm very proud of you.
Speaking of my parents, I had to rescue them last night.
What?
So, home, turned in for the night. It's like 7:30, and my mom calls, and I'm going, this is interesting. So I answer, and she says, my dad and I have a flat tire, but we're not that far from your house. Triple-A says they're going to be like an hour. They'll just tow it somewhere in the morning. Can you just come get us and take us home? I said, absolutely no problem. They've done plenty for me over the years. I can.
You tell them, sorry, I'm busy.
Make a quick drive, just a couple of miles away to pick them up so they can get home, and they'll just get the car in the morning. And I get to their car, and the tire isn't flat. It's gone on my dad's car. It's completely gone. There's no tire whatsoever left.
Pardon me?
The front. Yeah, it's just a wheel and a rim. And
the tire is gone.
And I go,
but
Dad, how far did you drive on the tire before you pulled over? And he goes, Not very far, no more than a half a mile. And my mom's just going, no, I mean, like, that's wheels. You're going to need a whole new wheel now. You can't, you drove on it way too long.
So
he tried to get home, didn't
the
he?
rubber was just gone.
So he was on, he was on his full, starts to feel the clippity clop of maybe a flat.
Yeah.
Keeps going. And at some point, the rubber just comes off entirely. And then he's on the rim.
Yes.
Just,
I assume some sparks are coming off. Front left. Yeah.
Front left. So he's like this off to the side. The rubber's gone.
Yep. I remember like having a flat tire.
It was just gone.
I remember I got into this parking lot of, whatever, Firestone. And they're like, all right, you can just pull it into Bay 2 or whatever. We're ready for you right now. And even going like the 15 feet, and I still had the tire. It was just so flat that you could feel the wheel.
Yes.
And it was like, clunk, 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 clunk. Like every wheel spin was just like, clunk. I'm like, how could your dad possibly?
Can you just please lift it and tow it?
I just need one of those little tiny patches. No, that's not going to work on this one.
Oh, man. He tried to get home. He tried. He thought he
they were
could get
close
home.
And they wanted to get home.
That's 100% what happened.
He's like, because I think I know about where they are. Were they like by the intersection?
Yeah, close to there, like
Exxon and like all that.
Not kind of on Encinitas Boulevard between the freeway and their house. So they were
okay. So they're heading down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, getting close.
He thought if we can just get home, we can call them there.
They can just come to
and
our
then
house.
I'm already home and I can get ready for bed and all that, and they'll take care of it. If we call them now, we have to sit here with the car for an hour. Yeah, I know exactly what he was thinking.
So you did it. You went and picked him up, and then would you take him home?
Yeah, I just took him home.
Oh, okay.
And they're find the car somewhere this morning, I think, but
or not, whatever.
Or not.
Like, it's just, you get to the point, you're like, whatever. Oh, it's so good. That's so good. Well, let's get after it, boys. We got some interesting games to talk about. Finally.
We do.
Good games.
We'll set the menu for the Monday edition
great
of
after
Banter
Friday's game.
I wasn't feeling great after Friday's game either, Paul.
Some good baseball talk, some not as good soccer talk. We got some guests to set the menu. We will get to that coming up next. Good morning, Tier 1s. Thank you for joining us. Let's have a really good week here with Ben and Woods and Paul on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
It's brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We'll get to our Padres wrap-up. A couple of wins in a row, finally, in a series victory over the Boston Red Sox in just a moment. Plenty of Padres talk coming up this morning. We'll go through the other two games of the series. And then coming up at 7:20, don't do this, 7:35, Craig Elston will join us. Not only will we talk Padres with the host of the Padres Hot Tub Podcast, but we can also go through SDFC's 3-0 loss at San Jose. Maybe the worst game in the history of SDFC soccer,
Small
if I'm being
sample size,
honest.
but yeah.
It was ugly. I sat down very excited to watch on Saturday night. Gave up an early goal, gave up a goal and a red card and a penalty kick, and it was just brutal. It was just a brutal, brutal night for SDFC.
I texted you guys that night. We were planning on watching the game as a family, and everyone goes, "Oh!" I even said, "Hey, game's on tonight, 7:30," and I laughed because I said, knowing our entire family will probably be asleep at that time. And Hannah's like, "Who, us?" Like, we were just joking around about it. Well, we're watching a movie. Taylor brings his guitar in, and he starts jamming. And he writes songs now, and they're really sweet. Like, he's like a 5-year-old. He can turn a phrase. It's very. And I'm trying not to like make a big deal out of it. I'm trying to just foster it. Like, oh, that's beautiful. Can you play another one? It's really cool. So he ends up jamming in there for like an hour, and he's playing us songs. And I go, I'm missing something. I'm forgetting. There's something I'm forgetting to do. And I texted you guys, and you're like, oh man, this SDFC game's brutal. I'm like, what's happening? And you said it's 3-0. I go, oh,
Don't waste your time.
I didn't waste my time. I did not watch 1 second. I go, all right, never mind. I'm going to watch him. I'm going to watch the next Jason Isbell writing songs here at 5 years old. So that's what I did.
That last season, that happened to me a lot because I wasn't in the habit of watching SDFC. Like, oh yeah, the game's on. Starting to like anticipate now. I'm really
getting excited. Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm waiting all day for the SDFC game to start, which is what made Saturdays just so brutal, because waiting all day for a 7:30 kickoff, and then within 20 minutes you feel like, oh, they've got no hope. They're down a man, they're down 2 goals. This is, time to punt and move on to the next game.
Yep.
And hopefully that just means they'll be more motivated when we're there on Saturday night when they host Minnesota, and we're down there in one of the boxes.
What was the red card?
Manu Dua took down a guy who was the last guy in the box, and when you do that, it's not only a penalty kick, but unobstructed to the goal.
Okay.
It's a red card as well. So they got both the PK and
very cool.
Manu Dua was out, which means we won't get to see Manu Dua.
Damn it!
On Saturday, because not only are you out for the rest of that game, you're out for the next game as well. It's a pretty serious penalty, those red cards.
Very serious penalty.
Yeah.
Imagine getting ejected and just automatically in baseball.
You missed the next game.
That happens all the time. Guys get ejected, and then you were gone for the next game.
You get run in the 8th inning, and then they're like, "Yeah, you don't get to play Wednesday." You're like,
right.
"Excuse me."
Yeah.
Like, I got run. I got
just
run
for arguing
game.
balls and strikes. Like, you have to like hit an umpire to get to like miss
suspension
games
or something. Yeah. So, but that's how it works in soccer. So, but long season. We're still early, and it did end their 12-game unbeaten road unbeaten streak, which had tied an MLS record. But that was always going to come to an end at some point. I mean, road matches tend to be more difficult. So we'll talk some soccer with Craig Elston coming up at 7:35. And our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play Take on Woods. We got a weekly prize, Petco Park concert tickets to give away. Qualify for My Chemical Romance coming to Petco Park on August 30th. Chance to win those at 8:20. At 8:35, our Lynn Sider, Dennis Lynn from The Athletic, will be with us to talk some more Padres baseball. Thanks to Humul Casino, and all of our guests on Ben & Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. We'll wrap up with the Rindle report and look ahead. Padres continuing their road trip, ready to face the red-hot Pittsburgh Pirates for the first of 3 tonight, and their new prospect star, Connor Griffin, who had a nice weekend. I'm sure you were paying attention, Mr. Connor Griffin, corner the market baseball card owner over there.
My entire family, Friday, huddled around the TV. No joke. The kids were playing outside, and I yelled out, "Hey, Bobo, Connor's up." And he came inside. He knows the story. He's watched the videos, and great kid, right? The whole package, 19 years old. And Hannah's there. We're all watching. And this dude gets so flummoxed and fooled on a couple of sliders, and they'll pan up to his family, beautiful wife and mom and dad. And 19, married. Yeah, married.
Wow,
Really? Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful.
Not know that either.
Just a solid kid, right? Flummoxed on these sliders. And the guy's like, I mean, you're not seeing anything firm at all. Finally, he makes the adjustment on a slider that just hangs a little bit, and he just pummels it, and then he just flies into second base. My entire family screamed. Like, we've just fallen in love with this guy. Like, and it's not just because of the cards. Like, he's a good kid. It was just such a cool moment. And, you got kids that play baseball. And, of course, every parent's like, that could be me one day. It's not going to be, but you let yourself go there, certainly. And what a special moment. He didn't do much after that. I mean, he got on a couple times, made a couple of nice defensive plays, but it was a pretty cool moment for your first AB.
I'm excited to watch him again next 3 games.
I know.
Cheering
I
against him the next
cheering
3
against
games.
him.
The
Right,
Padres
yes.
were still playing on Friday when his first at bat came up,
And they were getting smoked.
I switched over.
Yeah,
I
I did
was like,
too.
I was like, oh, Pirates game's starting. Like, I'm gonna go watch that for a little bit.
Yeah, it was cool. It's a cool moment.
First up, though, Padres wrap up of what was probably the most exciting and fun game of the season yesterday, an 8-6 win over the Boston Red Sox. We'll get to that after a check of traffic. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Allard.
Traffic is brought to you by the Caltrans Stormwater Program. Visit cleanwaterca.com. Watch out, there's a stall on the 8 westbound at Lake Murray Boulevard. It takes out the right lane, and then somebody broke down southbound on the 5 right at the 8.
Welcome to Trash Talk. Our guest, Chip Bag. What's up, Chip?
Been on the road a lot.
That's not where you belong.
Right, because then litter gets in our waterways.
Let's change this.
Put me in the bin. That is where I belong. Visit cleanwaterca.com.
From the Caltrans Stormwater Program.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres wrap up.
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
Couple of guys in scoring position now for the left-hand hitting Duran. He swings at the first pitch, rips it fair up the right field line. That'll get the runs off. Narvaez has scored. Anthony's on his way. Duran into second base. Tatis's throw not in time. It's a 2-run double. And the Red Sox with the first 2 runs of the day. Here's the payoff pitch. And Abreu rips it in the air up the right field line. That's a fair ball. Gonna bounce up against the wall in the right field corner. Kicks away from Tatis. Duran has scored. Abreu's on his way to third. He will stand there with an RBI triple. And the Red Sox lead it 3-0. 0-1 pitch in the air up the right field line. That is a fair ball in the corner again. Abreu comes in to score. Yoshida into second, the third extra base hit this inning, and it's 4-0 Red Sox. Jackson rips it on a line into right center field. That's down to the base hit. Fernando kind of waited to see. Now on his way home, he'll come in to score. It's an RBI single for Jackson Merrill. Padres are on the board. It's 4-1. First pitch on the way. Castellanos swings, hits it on a rope into left field. That's down to the base hit. Merrill has scored. Machado's on his way. A 2-run single for Castellanos, and a 1-run game here in the fourth. Manny swings, hits it in the air, deep to left field towards the Monster. Yoshida's back. This one gonna go! Manny Machado, a 3-run home run over the Green Monster in left field. And the Padres go ahead for the first time today. It's 6-4. 1-0 the pitch. Yoshida hits it hard and fair up the right field line. That'll kick around. Contreras has scored. Abreu's on his way. Yoshida into second. It's a 2-run double to tie it. 6-6 here in the 7th. 2-2 pitch. Merrill swings, sends it in the air to left center field. Rafael and Duran both going back. This one is up. This one gonna go! Jackson Merrill over the Monster. Go-ahead home run in the top of the 8th inning, and the Padres lead again. It's 7-6. Fernando swings, sends it in the air deep to right field. Abreu's backing up, still going back. And right at the edge of the warning track, he'll make the catch. Landy deep to get Sheets home, a sacrifice fly, and the Padre lead is now 8-6. Now the 2-2 to Contreras, swung on and missed, strike 3, and for the second consecutive day, Mason Miller strikes out this side to end the game, his 4th save of the year, and for the first time this season, the Padres have won a series as the Bats came alive in a big way at Fenway, 8-6 over the Red Sox here this afternoon.
Just to see, Jackson, I think, was 3 for 5, Manny 2 for 4, Bogart's 3 for 3. We get those 3 guys moving the baseball the way they did today. We're going to score a few runs.
Good to see the Padres bounce back from a rough start to that game.
Very rough.
You had not only, obviously, Walker Buehler giving up the 4 runs in the 3rd inning, but Early on, you had a couple of runners thrown out at second base, and Duhar and Bogarts.
You know, those are the ones, too, where I want to hate on them. I do. It's a cold day. It's a wet day. Make a play. And they did. I
have zero problem with Bogarts going for it.
Right.
That took like the perfect lucky carom, the
Correct.
perfect play off the carom, and the perfect throw to get him by an inch at second base. And Duhar kind of hesitated, and there's so little foul ground there at Fenway. You kind of have to read that I'm not going to make it. He was out by so far.
He was.
That one I wasn't as happy about, but I had no problem with
Xander one.
Xander.
Yeah, I'm
especially
with
trying
you.
to get into scoring position with a couple outs. That was not a huge deal.
It cold, wet, rainy. Like, just make them make a play. They did. Okay, fine. And I know it looks bad because you're already chasing it a little bit. But listen, man, that's going to happen. I'd rather have my guys trying to do something sometimes.
For the second straight outing, Walker Buehler, very similar, gets through the first couple of innings. All right, you go, okay, maybe Walker Buehler's, and then walks the first two guys in the bottom of the third inning. And,
brutal.
I mean, most major league pitchers can't afford to walk guys. I think Walker Buehler at this point is very much like you have no margin for error. You're walking two guys. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you are begging for a big inning. You're just begging for it. And, it's right there in his name, guys. His name is Walker. So I don't know what we were thinking. But I don't know what you do in this scenario, Ben. I really don't, because, if starting pitchers were supposed to go one time through the order, he would be elite. He'd be an elite starting pitcher hanging zeros out there. But you just, that kind of stuff can't happen. So I don't know what the plan is moving forward. I'm a little bit feeling a little bit better. We talked to AJ on Friday about, the reinforcements that are there. But if those reinforcements falter, do you have reinforcements for the reinforcements?
Well, you've got Griffin Canning had a rehab start over the weekend. He's looking decent. Matt Waldron continues to look good. Plus, and my dad suggested this yesterday when I was talking to him, why not? Kyle Hart was a starter last year. He's throwing much better this year, and the Padres don't have a left-hander in the rotation right now.
So
could you stretch? He's already throwing 2 to 3 most times out.
Yeah.
How long would it take to stretch him back out to be a starter?
Problem with that is I'm going to Kyle Hart now if Adrian Morejon is down instead of Wandy Peralta, right? Wandy Peralta has not been great and, gave up a bunch of knocks this weekend, a bunch of runs this weekend.
In the WBC and in spring. I thought he was going to have a good year.
I did too. He looked electric.
Which he might
He still might. I just think the lower leverage situation, like he did with Estrada, right? Estrada came in high leverage early, walked the moon, and he kind of banished him down the trough a little bit. And now he's worked his way back up. The same thing can be done for Wandy, but if I need a lefty and Adrian Morejon's down, I'm going to Kyle Hart. I got as much confidence in Kyle Hart as I do in anybody right now. So, listen, obviously Craig Stamon's not a moron. If Adrian Morejon was available yesterday, Adrian Morejon would have pitched in that spot. He threw 29 pitches the day before. I'm 99.99% sure they said, we're not using you today. We're just not.
And that's the right decision early in the season.
That's the right decision this early in the season. So
in that case, then Wandy was the right choice.
Just
against a lefty,
poor
two lefties in a row.
Yep.
You just have to execute. I mean, there was no one else they could have gone to in that situation that would have made sense other than Wandy Peralta. That's on Wandy. That's not on Craig Stamon.
100%. You're only as good. Your moves are only as good as your players out there executing or not executing. So, but again, you keep putting Wandy in these situations. Two of the last 3 days, he's let you down. Wandy's got to go down further down the trough. He just does. This series against Pittsburgh, he's got to be first guy out of the pen in the fifth. You know what I mean? Not the hey man, game's teetering on the brink here. Let's go to Wandy to get a tough lefty out. You could go with Bradley Rodriguez, who is handling lefties well. You can go with a lot of guys. Mason Miller, doesn't matter. You could hit from both sides of the plate at the same time, and Mason Miller's still going to get you. So you do have good options down there. Marinaccio's been fine. Like, I don't think your dad's idea is a bad one. But I do think it's going to take away from a guy that's already is being successful in this role. Then you switch his role up on him.
So the Padres down 4-0, and considering they had only scored 3 or less runs in 7 of their 8 previous games, you weren't feeling all that great about their chances of coming from behind with a 4-run deficit. Then right away, top of the 4th inning, Tatis double, Merrill, RBI single. And then Manny, he drew a walk. And then the play that was kind of key in that inning where they try the pick at first base and Manny kicks the ball away on purpose, on accident. Who knows? I mean, I don't think you're allowed to purposely kick it, but who would ever decide that Manny was, if he was able to actually on purpose kick the ball away,
while
he's
in
not
the
human.
air, like it's on a bounce, and to time your foot down as the ball is rising and to just stifle it and kick it away was beautiful, was brilliant, and it was a very heady baseball play. I don't know.
He's learned a lot from owning SDFC, apparently, because that was it was perfect.
7,000th
I know.
I heard that joke, and I wondered, is he going to?
It's not even a joke. They wrote ESPN.
I know, that's what I'm saying
about it. Yeah,
is he going to walk to the peach tree this morning and go, I don't want one of those good ones up there. I'm going to grab one of this
low
right
hanging,
here.
The lowest.
The lowest. So
sometimes it just needs to be said.
People were so mad. Red Sox fans were so mad about that. So mad. It's funny.
What were they hoping that he would be called out for some sort of interference?
Or something? No, it's not going to happen. But it was so. He's a very. We've said it before. He's a very savvy baseball player. He has a very, very high baseball IQ. They were doing on MLB Network. They were breaking it down, and I think it was Matty V and Yonder, who's his brother-in-law, and Yonder's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I think it was awesome. Like, what am I going to say? That was great.
But that inning, and because he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to see Nick Castellanos then come through with the 2-run double down the line,
overshadowed by
a little bit.
Merrill and Manny yesterday was the
big play,
the incredible.
Paulie was saying that earlier. Like people aren't talking enough about that Castellanos hit. You don't get back in the game there,
100%.
You just don't feel like.
I just think it got overshadowed.
It really did.
Manny had a huge bomb. Jackson had a huge bomb. Like that's what you remember. But it all started with that knock.
Cassie's knock to get him within 4-3 was spectacular.
Yeah.
So good to see him going a little bit. And hey, look what happens when you give the guy a start finally. I don't know what he's going to do this week. I mean, you're facing a slew of tough righties the next 3 games in Pittsburgh. So Cassie may be relegated to pinch hit duty. But
obviously great to see Manny not miss one.
Yeah,
which wasn't even one of the most obvious pitches to hit that he's gotten this year. That was off the plate inside. He seemed like he knew what was coming potentially and was able to turn on it for the 3-run home run, go-ahead home run off Weissert, and then really good middle relief from both Kyle Hart and Bradley Rodriguez.
Beautiful.
Neither of whom get the win, though, because Wandy actually – that's why pitcher wins don't mean anything. Wandy came in, did nothing, and he gets the win because he blew the lead, and then Jackson Merrill puts them right back ahead. Yeah. 3 for 5, 3 runs scored, 2 RBI, and the go-ahead game-winning solo home run in the top of the 8th. Just such he loves playing there at Fenway.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed the highlight many times of his first visit 2 years ago when he hit the home run to his mom out in center field. But he was a Red Sox fan growing up, even though he grew up in the Baltimore area, and seems to just love and relish going to Fenway Park.
I love relish as well. So I thought it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful game. My favorite win of the year by far. You're down 4-0, and you get that feeling of just hopelessness immediately. You're like, I cannot believe this is happening again. And the way that they battled back was outstanding.
And I want to credit both things that happened in the 9th inning. It didn't turn out to be necessary.
Estrada got the win, by the way.
Oh, Estrada got the win. They didn't
dub.
give it to Wandy. I thought Wandy got the win.
No. Estrada.
I guess they did.
Got the dub.
All right.
Good. Then there's justice in the world.
Okay. Fair enough. I thought the 9th inning, even though they didn't need the insurance run, really nice at bat by Fernando Tatis Jr. to get the sac fly. You could see that's what he was trying to do.
Yep. Beautiful.
And just perfect, smart baseball right there by Tatis.
And it was one of those instances where the armchair manager, me, was like, what are you doing, dude? When you could have pinch hit Gavin Sheets for somebody, some righty, I can't even remember, Andujar, and he in the 7th or whatever, and he didn't. I'm like, what are we doing? It's a simple swap, DH for DH. Gavin comes in, he faces the righty. What are we doing? And he leaves Andujar in. Okay, no big deal. Well, then he pinch hits him for Fermin, I believe, or Campy, one of the two. And he pinch hits him. Gavin hits that double and ends up coming around to score the go-ahead run. And I go, hey, man, armchair manager, just shut up. I'm talking to myself. Just let the game play out a little bit, you idiot. Because I'm getting my panties in a bunch over not using his bench in the 7th. Instead, he used it in the 8th or the 9th and got a run. So yeah, he pinch hit for Campy. So yeah, it made perfect sense to me in the moment. And of course, Gavin came through and delivered. Toddy drives him in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful insurance run. But what do you need an insurance run for when you have the Reaper? Look, I love Leo Dallas DeVries. I love him. How many times, though, have you traded a really good player for a guy you got back and he was average to middling? Leo could be the next great. He could be the next Alex Rodriguez. He could be the next Francisco Lindor. He very well may be. At least we got something back in return that is like as a sure thing as anything I've ever seen in the game of baseball ever. Mariano Rivera style, right? Like this is a sure thing when this guy comes in. If I'm a Red Sox fan and that dude walks in and we're down 2, I'm out. I'm getting the train back. There's no way.
I mean, I know he's given up runs in his career, and he will at some point.
He will.
Again, but
he absolutely will.
It doesn't
but
feel
it's like
it right now. Like 0.000 ERA at the end of the year. I mean,
the
know
run he's on now to start this season is just unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Been incredible. And going back to last season, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just been, again, I understand how bad that hurts, losing a guy like that for him. But at least he's not good. He's great. Like, he's great.
Got a good Randy Vasquez performance again to talk about. We'll kick off hour number 2 next year on The Fan. Padres fans, has the panic subsided just a touch?
I don't think so.
Not yet?
I don't think so. No, I don't think it has.
Really?
I don't think it has.
Well, before we jump into a little bit on Saturday's game, let's look at the 9-game start now.
Well, quickly, who's on the bump today? I'm panicked. I'm as panicked as I've ever been today. Like yesterday's gone, Saturday's gone. Now we go into Pittsburgh against a pretty good team, young, scrappy, hungry team, against a really good arm tonight in Bubba Chandler, and we're throwing out German Marquez. So the panic is certainly now. Is anything possible? 100%. Could he absolutely find it and twirl for 5 innings? Yeah, man, that's a young team against a veteran pitcher.
Pirates are red hot.
They got veterans too.
I think the hope is, maybe split the first 2 games if you're lucky, and then have a chance to win the series with Michael King on Wednesday. So yeah, this is not easy. You're on the road against a team that's won 5 in a row. But I'm just saying, look back at the first 9 games. Padres at 4-5. Not great, obviously. You need to play better than 4-5 over the course of the season if you want to get back to the playoffs. But 4-5. Tell me, stop me when I say something that is untrue. Padres have the worst performing offense in baseball. Padres have had uneven starting pitching. Padres bullpen has been good, but has blown 3 late leads, including one that cost them a win. And despite all that, they're still hanging around at 4-5 through 9 games. Not the worst stretch.
Perfect. That was perfect.
I would assume that the Padres offense will not be the worst in baseball all season long.
Bold statement.
No one predicted it would be the worst in baseball. The track record of the players would tell you it's not going to be the worst offense in baseball. It may have flaws. They may not have enough power and slug, and they may need to find ways to score runs, but they had those problems last year. They were a middle-of-the-pack offense.
Yeah.
Low in power, but middle of the pack in scoring runs. I think they will be better offensively. I think pitching-wise, again, that was always the question mark, but I don't think it's getting much worse. We'll see if it gets any better. And I don't think the bullpen is a worry at all. So if a bad 9-game stretch is 4-5, I can live with that for the first 9 games of the season.
That's a very rational way to look at it is because again, you can't go back on what you, me, Major Garrett, everybody said. Like hang around, 500-ish is good, right? 500 is fine for a while as this team figures out some of the moving pieces, figures out what the best rotation is as far as, Casti and Andujar and Sheets. The thing I like about Craig Stamon, what he's done well so far, he's not afraid to mix it up. And I like that. I mean, we did not see that a lot last year. And in fact, we were talking about it jokingly. Do we need to set the over-under on Ryan O'Hearn hits? Because Ryan O'Hearn, I thought was grossly misused here. Grossly. I thought
on both sides, like offensively and defensively.
I thought if Mike Schilt didn't quit, he should have been reprimanded for the way that he handled Ryan O'Hearn last year.
And leaving Laureano down
in the 8-hole
7 or wherever he was hitting most of the last 2 months of the season when he was your best hitter. And, Craig Stamon did the same thing. For a day. And then he goes,
like, you're leading off.
I need Ramon Laureano to move up 5, 4, 2, 1. All right. There we go. It took him 4 days to progress him right up the lineup where he belonged, last year too, but he never made his way up there last year.
O'Hearn's hitting about 400 with 11 RBI already. He's just spraying the ball all over the ballpark. Again, it was here. It was like, hey, boy, get on the end of the bench. I'll use you when I use you.
Stripes.
Yeah, you got to earn your stripes around here.
I mean, both of them in the trade, really.
Dude,
like
100%.
It made no sense.
It made no sense.
And I do think we mentioned it.
Bro, you had Luis
Arraez
playing first base when you just acquired Ryan O'Hearn.
It was one of those, like, couple times a week you're going,
what are we doing?
Why did we acquire these guys?
What are they here for?
We needed I was so elated when I saw on the trade deadline day, like, wait, we got Laureano. That's great. Oh, and they're throwing in O'Hearn.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we needed.
Really good
way to go,
first
AJ.
Baseman. Yeah.
And then he never got used.
Yep, never got used. Camping out at first base. And it just didn't make any sense. And the Pirates are like, no, we're going to use this guy. And he's lighting it up. So, I like that Craig is mixing it up. I like that he got Bryce. I don't like getting Bryce Johnson a start at the expense of Jackson Merrill or Ramon Laureano, but he did it twice, and I think we won both games, right? Like, I didn't like it when I saw it, but I think they're 2-0 when Bryce Johnson starts out in
They have
the
a
outfield.
ridiculous record in games Bryce Johnson appears in.
insane.
I think it's more coincidence
As
than
do I.
anything,
As
but
do I,
they
but-
do have a ridiculously good record in games that he appears in.
That's exactly right. But what my overarching point is, he's not afraid to mix it up. He does want to get everybody involved right now, and I think that's inherently a good thing. Listen, man, if we play better against the crap Giants, we're not having any of these conversations. That's it. You had a couple of really bad games against a not great team, and you got dominated by Landon Raup, who hasn't done anything since. And Logan Webb is actually really good. He pitched his balls off yesterday. So, yeah, man, you had a couple of games against a bad Giants team, and it's not going to be the end of your season, though, and it doesn't mean Craig's a bad manager. It doesn't mean he's a great manager since he won the last 2 games. It doesn't. That's why the overreactions don't make a lot of sense.
But I would argue that through 9 games on the 26-man roster, there's only one player who has been better than maybe I thought he was going to be. And it's not Mason Miller, who has been perfect essentially, but I kind of expect that out of Mason Miller. He's been that good. It's Randy Vasquez. Otherwise, offensively, no one's lighting it up. There's been a couple of big hits here and there, but you look at the numbers up and down. I mean, Ramon Laureano's already down to 258,
right?
Even though he's been your hottest hitter. There's no one outperforming what you'd expect other than really Randy Vasquez. And he pitched again very well on Saturday. Another quality start, 6 innings, 1 run.
Only started with multiple,
two quality starts for Randy Vasquez and 2 appearances, the only 2 on the roster.
0.75 ERA.
I was hopeful that Randy Vasquez might be setting himself up for a good season, but he's come out right away and been the one guy going. I mean, you need to have a good season in baseball. You need a couple of guys to have really good years. Yeah. And no one on the Padres is off to a great start. You can say Kyle Hart, really nice. He has a 5.4 ERA because of that one bad inning he has. Jeremiah Estrada's pitched well 3 times. His ERA is still 7.71 because of the first one. Wandy struggled. Bradley's been good, 1.69 ERA. He got charged with a run yesterday. But I would argue on the entire roster, the only player that has really outperformed anything that we've thought so far is Randy Vasquez. Yep. Everyone else is where they are or not quite up to what I would expect them to be. I'd hope that means the Padres have a lot of room for improvement from 4-5 on the first 9 games. But Randy, let's go talk about Saturday's game. He's just been such a gamer out there. I mean, he didn't even have his best stuff. The velocity wasn't quite as high as it was. I mean, it was the cold weather, whatever was going on.
Yep.
But still battled and gave him a real nice 6 innings.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic work. You beg for that. And like I said, his ERA is 0.75 right now after 2 starts. Certainly deserved that win if the offense could have gotten something going. It's nice to know that when you give him the ball, he's going to keep you in a ball game. And that's exactly what he's done. And then some, the first couple starts for him. He's the one that you're most encouraged about right now. But that's a good feeling when your 3 is your best pitcher. You're like, well, good. Now the 1 and 2, and it looked like the 1, he had a really nice start his last time out, and the 2 pitched pretty well also, and is getting better each start. So that's a sign of encouragement, Benny. But yeah, man, what it's going to boil down to is, can you score enough runs for these guys? And today's going to be one of those games where runs are going to be at a premium.
Yeah, you mentioned mixing it up. I mean, starting Ty France on Saturday, he came through with helped score the first run with I guess it was a single, but nearly a home run off the monster. That set up the first run of the game. Padres, I almost thought, obviously as disappointing as it was for Adrian Morejon to give up the lead 2-1, and you're thinking, oh, they're going to let another one get away. I actually had the thought on Saturday afternoon, but if they find a way to win this one, it might be more valuable than simply a 2-1 win.
Was that the Crony drop? On the double play?
Crony drop on the double play.
It's
or if Adrian Morejon just doesn't touch it, it's an easy 6-3 double play to Xander.
Yep.
But unfortunately, Adrian's good to field. He throw was a touch low, but Jake's got to get that one and turn the double play.
Yeah.
But
real quick on Jake. he also made one of the nicest plays, maybe of his entire career on Friday.
Absolutely incredible.
And I didn't want that. I know we got don't do this, and Craig coming. Like I didn't want to just forget about that. It was so.
I watched
beautiful.
it. I watched it 100 times. It was just incredible.
It would have been an incredible play if he had gotten one out on.
Oh, I know. Yeah. One
dove up the middle.
It was unbelievable.
Gets up, tags the base himself, and then fires it over. It was incredible.
But what Fernando Tatis Jr. did on Saturday.
Oh my gosh, man.
After striking out in his first 4 plate appearances.
Oh, and then you get a Aroldis Chapman.
And then
that's your reward.
You've never struck out 5 times in a game. It's pretty much guaranteed.
It's like inevitable.
Chapman's gotten the first 2 guys.
0-2.
He's 0-2 on Tatis. I mean, you could have taken it to the bank. Here comes strikeout number 5. And to connect on I believe it was the hardest hit ball by the Padres all season long. We had Eno on last week who said the Padres didn't have a ball at 110 yet. That was over 113 over
missile.
Rafaela's head in center field, I think it was.
Yep.
And then for Laureano to come through after that with the RBI single. I think that was one of the most valuable moments of the early season for the Padres. Those back-to-back at-bats that you can beat one of the best closers in the game after they had just come back and tied it. What an emotional lift that was for the Padres to then set up Mason Miller for what he does, strike out the side for the save on Saturday.
Big shout out. Good call here, Steve. Big shout out to Luis Campusano. Off the schneid, finally. 2 hits in the series over the weekend. Good for him. You knew it was a matter of time. It was going to happen. But he did get his knocks, and it was like when that ball hit the wall and he got into second base. I think he drove in a run, too, didn't he, then?
3-2 to Campusano, and that's hard hit in the air, deep to left center field. Rafaela's tracking it back. It'll be off the monster. Sheets is rounding third. He's going to score. The throw to second, not in time. An RBI double for Campusano, and a 2-2 game here in the 5th.
Off the schneid. That had to feel so good.
What was this? What was his quote after the game? I think it was, "Thank God." He said, I was standing out on second base. I think someone asked, "What were you thinking?" He said, "I was thinking, thank God."
Thank God. Yeah. Thank God.
You think, do they really know? Do they really feel it? Yeah, they absolutely feel it.
Yeah, he knew. He knew he hadn't gotten a knock in a while. Trust me.
And some good ABS challenges again from Campy, who's done a nice job behind the plate so far. I saw that the Padres are one of the top teams in baseball in defensive runs saved from the catching position. And even though Fermin and Campusano combined offensively haven't overall done that much, they are contributing positively behind the plate with what they're doing both defensively and with some solid ABS challenging so far this year.
Yeah, good call here about the catch Tatis made after kind of a low effort play.
That helped get Randy Vasquez out of his last inning, right?
After kind of a low effort play, going after a ground ball that was kind of a base hit that was rattling around down there, kind of flipped it in there. Managed to stay locked in. 0 for 4 with 4 punchies is like the worst day of all time. You're just dying.
Is that Fenway Park maybe unfamiliarity with the outfield corner? Because it is like a pinball machine out there.
It's pretty nuts out there. But for him to go and make that catch to bail Randy Vasquez out was fantastic.
10%, I think, catch probability on that one.
Yeah,
that he tracked down and could have ended up saving the game right there. So Padres get the last 2 games of the series, but if we're going to talk about amazing catches, Don't Do This is coming up next, and we will highlight and do this maybe the most impressive defensive game in the history of baseball, at least context-wise.
Yeah, I don't know how you can really argue for any other game.
Torrey Hunter said it was. I mean, he was pretty good.
So we'll talk a little Joe, Adell, and more in DDT. Coming up next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We Know How on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new.
All right, Don't Do This is brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and enjoy it. I feel bad about this, but since I got the update from my mother, I guess my dad has to take a DDT.
Yeah,
I mentioned in the open, had to go get him after their flat tire or no tire whatsoever was left, and we all kind of guessed. He just wanted to make it home. They were so close. They just wanted to get there, and my mom says, Woodsy was right. I was literally screaming him to pull over. He kept saying, we can make it. I was so mad. They did not make it.
Oh, my God. Of course.
They did not make it.
They did not make it. He lost the rubber from the rim now, and he's going to have to not only replace, he's going to have to replace his entire rim.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Wait, what's the wheel?
That's the rim, essentially, with no tire. I mean, inside, yeah.
The wheel is
the non-rubber part,
Okay,
the non-tire part.
Yeah, the metal
the
part.
metal circle.
The
I
metal
think
circle.
is the wheel.
People that are dumb about cars like us, we call tires and wheels kind of the same
thing.
Yeah.
But there's
tire
the
is the
rubber
rubber.
tire,
Got
the
it.
black rubber tire, and then there's the actual wheel.
So wheel and rim is this. Okay,
The
here's
wheel is the part that stays on the car
Yeah,
and
yeah,
attached to the axle.
The rivets and
Yeah,
everything
it
in it.
turns
Okay.
the tire.
Obviously.
Our buddy Chris, who's watching from Pittsburgh, him and his wife Charisma, says the wheel and the rim is the same. Learn something new every day. At 50, almost 51
Now you can get
years
custom rims to decorate your wheel, like on the outside.
Yes,
like,
yes. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Would you ever spend money on custom rims?
No. God, pointless.
I know, for me too, dude.
Pointless. All right, let's get to our real DDT story. Go back to Friday and the National Women's College Basketball semifinal between South Carolina and UConn. UConn, who had won like 54 games in a row, but they got bodied by the Gamecocks 62-48. But the DDT came after the game as they were, supposed to be in the handshake line congratulating the winners on going to the finals when Gino Auriemma, the head coach at UConn, starts barking at Don Staley, the coach at South Carolina. Both of these legendary Hall of Fame women's coaches. And it was
Both kind of a-holes, though. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Neither of them, both of them can be tough to deal with.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But time and place, you just lost by 14. Your team got thoroughly outplayed by South Carolina.
Isn't that why he's the most mad?
It's a bad look. Other than just congratulate. Hey, if you're mad, you do the perfunctory quick handshake and you walk on by. You don't stop and scold
or
someone.
even ignore them entirely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's when you stop and say something, it looks really
and then
like a sour
when they
loss.
found out the reasoning why Gino was so mad,
it was very corny.
It seemed very
Ticky-tack,
small.
yeah.
He said that he was waiting pregame for the normal handshake with the coach, and Dawn didn't show up. And he said, I was just standing there for 3 minutes and she never showed up. Fine. Maybe something happened and she had something to get her team ready for. Who cares that she didn't show up before the game for a handshake and you had to wait around for 3 minutes?
It was gross. He had the sideline commentary. Was it after the game, right after the loss, or at halftime with Holly Rowe on ESPN? And she's like, what was going on there with you and Don Staley? He's like, you should hear what she says. She calls the referees terrible names and she's out of control. And he dropped an S-bomb on TV. I'm like, bro, you're the one that's like losing your mind right now, and you're criticizing others on how they act, and you're dropping curse words on TV in an interview that is live.
They got her. Somebody that was sitting behind, they got her going, I'm going to beat his ass.
I'm going to beat Gino's ass.
I'm going to beat Gino's ass.
It's kind of awesome.
It was really.
And the team that probably was enjoying it all, seeing those two teams distracted, was the UCLA Bruins, who then went yesterday and destroyed South Carolina 79-51. to finish 37-1 and win, and this shocked me, their first ever women's basketball national championship. All those men's basketball titles, all those titles in the Olympic sports that UCLA has had over the years, had never won a women's basketball championship until yesterday. So congratulations to the UCLA Bruins on their title.
The funniest thing I saw was the video of him last year when they beat South Carolina, and he's standing there. And he's got his arms open like this with his head back, waiting for Dawn to come up and give him a hug and a handshake after he won. After they won, he
magnanimous
was like,
winner,
here,
not so much as a loser.
Come here, come on.
I know it hurts. Come on,
come on. Let's bring it in for the real thing here.
You can get him next year.
Yeah, you get me all right. You got a good program. I thought it was really funny, but yeah, it was a little bit heated.
Not so fun when the shoe's on the other foot.
That's right.
He did apologize. He did own it the next day.
Yeah, he said.
He's like, that's unacceptable.
That was terrible. Yep. I mean, look, everybody does dumb stuff. Matt Chapman was the other one we wanted to
that's
talk
right.
about. We do have that audio, right?
Yes.
Matt Chapman has had a really rough week since he told his
karma,
teammate,
man. Karma.
Baseball karma, too. It's a real thing. I try to tell my kids that, like my little leaguers, like, hey, man, if a kid on the other team has a really embarrassing at bat, the last thing you should do is go, ha, 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 or like look to your buddy to be like, look at what an idiot he is, because it's coming for you. It will come for you every time. So you just know that it's coming for you. You don't say a word. Matt Chapman, airing out his teammate on the mound. He's had a rough go since. He's had a couple of boots. And then yesterday, his team is down 3 runs. They are in the 9th inning against the Mets. And inexplicably, he does this.
Chapman, the pitch is high. The throw by Torrens, and he's out by a mile. What are you doing running on this cat? Torrens bags another one. A terrible decision by Chapman as he gets gunned down for the first out in the 9th with his team down by 3 runs.
Boy, that's a free out right there. Maybe Vientos knew something we didn't, thinking that Chapman was going to try to go. I thought that was less likely than anything else we could imagine, but gunned down, and rightly so. His run means nothing.
I mean, that's just craziness.
Guys, that's little league material there. Like that is the one of the dumber things you'll see.
Devers with 1 out and
that's one of the dumber things you'll see on a baseball field is running down 3.
If you get another base runner, you get the tying run to the plate.
Correct.
But getting to second base
does you nothing
other than like eliminating the force play or the double play. But you have to be 110% sure you're going to make it.
They have to be ignoring you fully, like giving you the bag, not holding you on, giving it to you fully. So, it's been rough. It's been rough for the Giants. They're off to a 3-7 start.
All right, finally, a little doo-doo this.
DD
and we
mega
got the audio. What a game on Saturday night for Joe Adell, right fielder for the Los Angeles Angels. I mean, I don't know that you'll ever see a better defensive game than the one that he turned in. Maybe Fernando one day could do this. He's robbed a lot of home runs, but Joe Adell in a 1-0 win for the Angels. Rob, not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs. And they kept getting better and better. Paul, do we have some of the audio?
Yeah, all 3 catches here.
There are no balls and 1 strike. And here's a drive out to right from Raleigh. Adell's back near the wall. He leaps, and he caught it! Joe Adell! There's a drive to right. Adell is back. He's at the wall. He leaps up. He got another one. Joe Adell, what a night. And here's Crawford with a fly ball to right toward the corner. It's Joe Adell again near the foul pole. Leaping up. Did he catch it again? He fell into the crowd. So it's a home run. They called him out. He did it again.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable. And by the way, 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, against the Mariners.
He saved 3 home runs in a 1-0 win.
Angels ended up winning that series yesterday with an 8-7 win. On that last one, which is right by the foul pole, he catches it, falls in, stands up, reaches up, and holds it. There's one of the fans took a picture from behind.
So cool.
It's one of the toughest photos I've ever seen.
Iconic now photo of him standing in the first row, holding up his 3rd home run robbery of the game in a 1-0 win. It was absolutely incredible.
There was one angle, it looked like from maybe a dugout camera or something. They caught the whole play and they zoomed in on him as he rolls over the fence and he stands up, and you can see the woman that took this photo kind of just very so calmly just pulls her phone out and captures the moment right in front of her face. And I'm going, that's one of the coolest photos ever taken at a baseball game.
Pretty sick.
And it was taken by a fan sitting in the bleachers.
It's almost as if Joe Adell wasn't in the game. He was just a fan.
He looks like he's in costume.
He's dressed in a costume.
You see these guys that wear like Ohtani uniforms. Yeah, he literally looks like he's playing dress-up baseball, but guy.
It's just incredible. 3 robberies in one game. 3 robberies in one season is outstanding. You had an outstanding year if you brought back 3 home runs, and nobody more grateful than his pitchers. I mean, just those you heard it. Whack! I mean, those guys pieced those balls and timed it up perfectly. And again, didn't contribute with the bat that night, Benny, at all. But you didn't need to. It's 2-way game, and to bring the heat like that defensively, you won your team at that ball game. It was amazing.
And I want to hear real quick. Yeah. Somebody asked. Here's the Mariners call for the final catch, the 9th inning.
Tonight behind the plate with the challenges. J.P. Crawford into the corner, and Adell. There's no way. Joe Adell is having the night of his life.
Good call.
He went into the crowd and just robbed his 3rd home run.
That's a good call.
Yeah,
that's a
great
really
call.
That's like I'm not going to be a sourpuss
No.
here, and I'm going to tip my cap to a really brilliant baseball.
Sometimes you're on the losing end, but you're like, that is something we will never see again. Like maybe
So
ever.
cool.
It was you're just watching history before your eyes.
Gus says that's going to be a badass bobblehead next year.
I think the
100%.
second one was Cal Raleigh that would have been his first of the season. He's still hitting 121 with a 152 slugging percentage after his 60 home run season last year, off to a terrible start.
He's my fantasy catcher. You do not have to remind me.
Josh Naylor is hitting 114 with no extra base hits. Julio Rodriguez is hitting 147 with no extra base hits.
Crazy, man.
Unbelievable. And still, the Mariners are 4-5, just like the Padres. They probably are going to get better.
Yeah.
That's don't and do this for a Monday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah, did you see the sign in the Mariners locker room after the next day? It was like, "Don't hit it to Joseph Adell." That was really funny.
I saw that. His first name isn't Joseph.
It's not Joseph.
It's Jordan?
Jordan.
Is that right?
Don't hit it to him either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk more Padres and SDFC's rough loss on Saturday at San Jose. Craig Elston, Padres Hot Tub Chromaniacs podcast, will join us for his weekly visit coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
If you're looking for a place to play cards in San Diego, well, we've made it our place for a while now, and I'm glad that we've turned so many Tier 1s onto 7 Mile Casino, Woods. It's the best spot in San Diego to play cards.
Yeah, obviously you love the setup when you walk in. The setup's great. They got the card games that you're looking for with Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat, and California-style blackjack. That's all well and good. But the proximity to downtown is elite, man. It's just 7 minutes away. No matter where you are, you feel like you're close to 7 Mile Casino.
Take great care of high-limit players. If it's Texas Hold'em you're looking for, they got some good table spreads, great dealers, comfortable chairs, and 35% off all the food from Sammy's at 7 Mile while you're at the table. Or go enjoy the restaurant. Go with friends, have a great lunch, have a great dinner, or order from their 24/7 players menu. The Kung Pao chicken is fantastic anytime you want it.
Kung Pao chips would be pretty
Kung Pao
good, too.
chips, yeah.
I would eat those.
Like fries with Kung Pao chicken on them. I would eat that.
I would do that in a heartbeat. No, check it out for yourself, guys. So close, just 7 minutes from downtown at 7 Mile Casino. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Better Woods is brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Craig Elston is standing by. We'll talk soccer, we'll talk baseball, and more with Craig right after traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Eller.
This traffic report is brought to you by Frozen Ropes Baseball and Softball Training Facilities. Watch out, you got a crash on the 805 northbound at the 15 and another collision on the 52 westbound right at Mass Boulevard. Register for Frozen Ropes Baseball Summer League with 8 games and 8 practices for ages 6 to 12 and receive $100 off your registration fee at SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. That's SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. I'm Sue Alley with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Joining us now on the SDCCU Fan Hotline, it's not Big Bang Banking, it is Better, the host of the Padres Hot Tub and Chromaniacs podcast, Craig Elston. And Craig, I was telling Woods, I was so excited waiting all day for SDFC's game on Saturday night. And then, I mean, is it fair to say that might have been the worst game in SDFC's short history of a year and a plus? It's just awful against San Jose.
Yeah, I think that is fair. I think it's the worst game in SDFC history, which, sounds so dramatic.
It does. Yeah, it's perfect.
It's like 40 games or whatever. This is the 40th ranked out of them. And I think you saw a real tipping point come to bear, which is when Chris McVeigh is out of the lineup at center back. Right now, SDFC doesn't have the depth to cover that. I looked at all 3 of those goals, multiple times, even at halftime of the game. And the young rookie Oswald Su, who stepped into that right center back position, you can point to him on all 3 goals and show where he made a mistake along the way. He was way too passive in his coverage. He let a ball get right past. He just slowed down to let a cross get past him for the 3rd goal. He was up the field complaining on a foul call at midfield, which allowed San Jose to restart right behind his back to send in the 1v1 that led to Dua taking a red card and led to the 2nd goal. So just a really, really disappointing game overall. With no Pellegrino, Morgan stepped in and was a total non-factor.
Yeah, not a great first start. I mean, his mistake led to that first goal, a back pass to back pass directly to San Jose. He might as well have been setting them up with a cross on his way back. That was not a great look either for Lewis Morgan there.
No doubt. Lewis Morgan struggled badly. They missed Pellegrino. Ingvartsen was actually served a couple of tough chances, but a couple of chances inside the 6, in the first half and didn't convert. And, 3-0 and down a man at halftime. I think literally, as an SDFC fan, your hope was, well, I hope it finishes 3-0.
Yeah.
As opposed to 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. So wash it off, I guess. I thought it was interesting that Mikey said that a couple of the veterans need to play better and that some of the rookies or younger players played a somewhat naive game against San Jose. What I would say is that I thought Bruce Arena completely outcoached Mikey in that particular game. Their setup was designed to play against the way SDFC likes to maneuver the ball out of the back with 25 straight passes. And they did it effectively one time in the game, very effectively, that led to a good chance. Other than that, you could see San Jose would wait back. They knew when to jump on the press. They knew when to hold back and wait for one error. And then they would pounce on that one turnover, that one errant pass, and shoot down the field the other way. So a lot to learn for SDFC before taking on the Loons on Saturday.
And Vancouver kind of did similar things in the playoffs last year early that gave SDFC problems as well. That's something they need to watch for in the future, like that specific counter SDFC's passing style that has given them problems a couple of times.
Yeah, I think it's understandably frustrating at times to watch your team be down and have 6 players from the opposition in the 18, and you're just passing, keeper to right back to the keeper, to the left back to the keeper, and you're never moving more than, 10 or 15 yards away from your goal before you finally get that pass. But that's how SDFC likes to play. They like to build up through the back. They like to do it with keeping the ball on the ground and completing 22 straight passes. And I think a real key, guys, is going to be this year 2 of SDFC MLS, all the tapes out. How do teams counter and come up with counter strategies to SDFC's attack? We saw the most effective one on Saturday.
Well, they're going to need to be aggressive against Minnesota, Craig. They give up a lot of goals, Minnesota does, and you can score on that team, and they don't score a lot of goals. So, flush it. I've said it before, this team's built up so much goodwill right now. It doesn't mean you don't want them to go and put up a better performance, but to come away, you flush it, you move on. Kind of like a baseball game. Sometimes you just got to flush it, move on. Wasn't their best effort by any stretch, but be aggressive against Minnesota. You can score on that team.
Yeah, and of course, the flip is you're going to get Chris McVeigh back from his red card suspension, but now Mano Dua is out on a red card suspension. So that's another center back role you need to fill. If it's Sue again, at least you've got the veteran there with him, so it's not as young a back line, but it's definitely something that they're going to have to counter going forward.
Craig, let's turn our attention to the Padres. Through 9 games now, and 4-5 is not the start you were looking for, but it's also now, when you look at how poorly the offense performed as a whole for the first 9 games, the inconsistent starting pitching that they got, sitting at 4-5 is not really a disaster.
No, and scoring yesterday, recovering a 4-0 deficit and winning that game 8-6 is massive to me, because you were, what kind of vibes do you get out of 8 games or 7 games, right? It's nothing that you should really pay too much attention to. But I think it would be fair for a Padres fan to be like, God, I'm getting some 2023 vibes off this team from the first week of play, because they'd fall behind. They're very sluggish. They're not really scoring a bunch of runs. So it just kind of feels like, 3-0, it's over, and yesterday 4-0, you wondered, is it over? Can we even get to 3? They got 3 the next half inning off a guy who's given them problems in Ranger Suarez. So, I came into this year, guys, thinking that the Padres would have potentially a good offense, not an average or below average offense, but a good offense. And to see them come through the way they did on Sunday to win the game is super encouraging. Obviously, Mason Miller's the best reliever in baseball. You've got pieces in the back end.
Yep.
Quite possibly.
Yep.
And you've got, the pieces in the back end to put it together. So now the obvious question is, how can we stop falling behind 3-0 and 4-0? Walker Buehler and today's starter, German Marquez, these guys are squarely in my sights. Canning is making rehab starts. Waldron is making rehab starts. I said it on our preseason prediction podcast, and I'll say it again. I think both those guys are in the rotation. by the end of this month. And I think both Buehler and Marquez are out of the rotation by the end of this month.
Yeah, why wait? You know, the end of the month is still 25 days away. Like, why wait? I don't need, again, knowing how weird baseball is, German Marquez could have absolutely fixed something in the 5 days since he's pitched.
So, they said he was tipping everything, apparently.
Okay.
Ruben said they knew every pitch that was coming, and they think they fixed it. Well, I guess we'll
see.
We'll find out pretty quickly today if that's the case or not.
Yeah, we'll see. And again, these guys, we said it on the roundtable last week. I mean, these guys are pitching for their jobs, straight up. Walker Buehler and German Marquez.
Any chance, like, if things don't go well tonight, that this is the last time we see
I think there is a chance. Yeah.
Could be. Baseball is organizations are way more patient than fans, as we know. And that's how they should be. They should be. But at some point, if it keeps continuing, and again, if it continues tonight, I think you have to look at other options, Craig. But, you point to yesterday, erasing that deficit. I thought, one of the biggest catalysts was the weekend of the weekend was Fernando Tatis hitting that missile off of the Cuban missile himself into center field, ended up scoring that run on the Ramon Laureano hit. To be able to stay in there after 4 punchies was pretty incredible. To do it off one of the best to ever do it, I thought was really good, and what a spark for the team.
Absolutely, and he had made that incredible running catch in the 6th inning of that game before to kind of show you that even when he is striking out literally every at bat, he's finding a way to contribute to the team. But I agree, and then Tatis had another good game yesterday as well. I mean, it's the most obvious point in the world, right? But we'll just keep saying it. If the top guys hit,
we're good.
Then Padres are going to be fine. And yesterday they all hit together, and they're going to be fine in that sense. I definitely on Saturday's Padres Hot Tub post game show kind of had my sights on Xander a little bit because I just don't love seeing him hit in the 4 or 5 spot in the lineup, considering how poor he's been with runners in scoring position, and not just his results, but his at-bats for 3 years now. 3 years of being a very poor, around 200, below 200 hitter with runners in scoring position. He hit 6th yesterday, and that doesn't sound like a big change from 5th, but I think it is. 5th is a spot in the lineup where you are really expected to drive in runs. With runners in scoring position. 6th is much more of kind of a reset spot in the lineup, a chance to set the tone for the bottom 4 guys. And Xander was his most comfortable and played his best offensively yesterday. I'm not saying it's because he hit 6th, but I just think it's something for a guy, Craig Stamon, that is obviously perfectly happy to change his lineup every single day. I think it's something that they do have to keep their eye on as they go forward, because you've got enough guys to put in the middle of that lineup.
Talking to Craig Elston here on Ben and Woods, and ultimately I think the Padres will figure out the back end of the rotation, maybe not as fast as some fans want, but it's going to happen. To me, the real pivot player for the season is Michael King. We've seen now 2 starts of Michael King. We've seen some good. We've seen some not so good. They need Michael King to be 2-something ERA Michael King, not 3.5, 4 ERA Michael King. If they want to go anywhere, what are your kind of impressions so far of how close Michael King is to coming back to being the guy that looked like a Cy Young Award contender 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, very fair. But I also remember that in 2024, it wasn't until
the middle
of May,
or even almost early June when he really locked in. That's a good point.
Yeah, and I'm seeing some of the same things. That 4-seamer, if he puts it in the wrong spot, it's homerable. It's a pitch that other hitters like to take, over the bridge. His command wavers a little bit, but his health is what matters. His stuff's movement is what matters. You've seen those things for the most part in the first 2 starts. So I'm pretty optimistic, honestly, on King. And Pivetta came right back to form on his last start, so that was very encouraging. And obviously, Randy Vasquez is pitching like an all-star.
He's unbelievable
through 2 starts. Yeah, so if those things are going to lock in a little bit, the Padres start to look a lot more like a 90-win team than a 90-loss team. And the last thing I'll say about the back-end guys, I'm with you, Woods. I think this could be Marquez's last start today, and I'd be perfectly fine if he was swapped for Waldron, kind of immediately. Buehler is a guy, God, could he survive as a middle reliever?
That's what we said today. Like two, one time through the order opener, maybe. Like that's it.
There could be some value.
Could be some value in Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
He does know how to pitch. He can get guys out from time to time. The pitches don't look meatballish, as they did from German Marquez. Like there's a little bit of something there. How do you do it? How do you manipulate your roster to keep him?
Yeah, and I wouldn't send down a Bradley Rodriguez to keep Walker Buehler. Sometimes it sorts out. Somebody gets injured.
Yeah.
Something happens along the way. But I'm sure Walker Buehler does not want to spend the year in middle relief. I'm also not sure that he has a choice, given the way that he's pitching and the trajectory of his career right now. I don't think he gets to be very picky and choosy in terms of his major league assignments.
Craig, appreciate it. Congratulations on your Sockers. We'll talk playoffs next week before their playoff opener. That's Craig Elston on our SDCCU fan hotline. We will come back. 2 hours already down. We'll have some Take on Woods. Dennis Lynn will join us in hour number 3. Stick around. Much more Ben and Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, yeah. Halfway home, Monday. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. A double victory Monday. Feels so good. Hasn't happened yet. Like to have more Mondays like this. I mean, just perfect. Perfect. And, Padres take on the Pirates today. Listen, I'm already getting a lot of blowback from the Tier 1s. I tweeted at me like 20 minutes ago. And he says, I'm Woodsy, that's Paulie, that's Benny. He says, I got to listen to my favorite radio show, Ben and Woods. And they've been, he goes, it's going to be a long week. It's going to be a long week of listening to one of my favorite radio shows, Ben and Woods. One of. Incessantly praise a rookie because of a baseball card. Several baseball cards, by the way. Then having to watch said rookie torch the Padres. Listen.
Oh, it ain't just Connor Griffin,
by
the way,
Paul
buddy.
Skeens. I know.
Bubba Chandler.
Bubba Chandler. Weigh in on him.
Cam Devaney on the roster. Got a lot of him as well.
No, Cam Devaney is not on the roster yet. But I said, listen, don't blame me. I got to get off social media this week. Don't blame me. You blame Herman Marquez. Okay? That's who you blame. We haven't even lost yet, and everyone's worried about what's going to happen with
who to blame.
Here's what I do know. I will have zero outcome on the effect of this game. 0, 0, 0. None whatsoever. They are not flying me in to pitch out of the bullpen. They are not flying me in to play first base. I will not have any impact on it, Ben.
Well, it's very polarizing, the subject of baseball cards. I played golf at the GOAT on Saturday morning with Tier 1 Jeremy. Scratch golfer, good player.
Really?
We were actually 7 under. It was a scramble. 7 under, tied for the lead with a few holes to go, and then we just couldn't get any putts to fall. But we had a lot of fun. But we're sitting there, I think it was the 4th tee, and he goes, tell Paul and Woods, talk more baseball cards. And I go, oh, you're one of them.
Yeah, no problem.
And he said, yeah, I've gotten into it recently. I've started buying cards and, getting some graded. He asked questions. Are they in on breaks? And I go, I don't know, and I don't care. I don't want to talk more baseball cards. No, Jeremy, I'm not interested in talking more baseball cards.
Sounds like F you nerds.
I know. We got Bruce, our buddy Bruce, tweeted at me last week because I love you guys. Please stop talking about baseball cards. I just wrote back, Bruce, ... That's all I said.
You're obsessed with these squares of cardboard with pictures of 20-year-old boys on them. That's what you're looking for.
You made it weird. You made it sound very weird.
I tried to.
I cover baseball for a living. I love baseball more than anything on the planet. But when you say that I'm collecting these cards because they're 20-year-old boys, now I'm offended. Or offensed, as my 8-year-old says. I'm offensed. I go, close, but no cigar. I got him the other day. This got him. I don't know what got him about this, but this got him good. Drying him off after his shower, and I do the bit where I put the towel over his face. I pull his face back, stretch his face, and then I'll squeeze his head. He goes, Dad, ow, you're going to hurt my brain. I go, what brain? Just like that, quick. Just a quick, Dad.
Was he offensed?
He looked at me and tears got in his eyes. And he goes, I'm offensed. And I go, oh, no. I go, that's the line. That's the line too far. That's the line too far. That's it. And all week, he's like, remember when you said I didn't have a brain? You think I'm stupid? And I'm like, oh, God. All right. Sorry, dude. That's what got you after all the offensive things I've said in the last 8 years on the planet. That's what got you, a real quick dad joke. What brain? It was one of my better deliveries and everything. And that got him. You never want to hurt your kids' feelings, right? So I apologize. I said, I'm sorry, buddy. That's so good. Yeah, I know. My wife this weekend said to me, are you going to stay in bed and rub my butt, or are you going to go karting? And I go, she's like, were you planning on karting tonight? I go, yeah, I was, but
is it a verb now?
That's what she calls it.
Karting.
And I go, I'm happy to stay here and rub your butt till you go to sleep. I go, why are you still, you're on your phone still. If I'm going to stay in here and rub it,
like an hour.
Yeah.
Ago.
So if I'm going to do it, I can do it. And then you go to sleep and then it's 2 birds with 1 stone. I get to go karting for a while. It's awful, Betty.
Trying to get your wife to sleep faster
so I can go play with my
cards. You can go play with your baseball
I don't know
cards.
what it is, man. It's pretty much all I think about.
I got some cards last week. Megan was with me. She was like, "Yeah, get a box."
Yeah.
Like, okay, sounds good.
Does she open them with you?
She opened one pack. Let her have some fun.
Did she see the joy in it?
No, she just still doesn't quite get it. She's happy that it makes me happy, I guess.
Oh, that's nice.
But
that's nice for you.
It's still like, hey, I'm so embarrassed still, and I don't know why.
Right.
But like, I have to pick and choose like how excited to get about the baseball cards around her.
I'm pressing pause a little bit on the acquisition, and now I'm leaning more into the distribution, the getting rid of, so to speak.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of. Megan says he showed me a binder, and I got the ick.
Yeah.
Yeah. T-Stick says I do it under the guise of buying cards for my kid. That's how I get away with it. Same. Absolute same.
Except you don't let them actually touch them.
No, I've opened cards. Ben, I've opened.
If Megan walked in on me like watching a dirty video or something,
Yeah.
I would be less embarrassed than if she walks into my office and I have a binder on my lap of baseball cards.
100%. I've gotten caught watching a dirty movie before. I've never gotten caught with my binder yet, but she sees me in that office, dude. Now you guys know what I got, right? I didn't tell you what I got.
No, what's new?
I got a light box.
Oh, you did tell me about
I did
this.
tell you.
Yeah,
I didn't
so you
say it on the
pictures
air.
of your cards.
I got a light box, Ben, to make the presentation of the cards look more presentable, to make them look beautiful. And so when she walks by and sees me leaning in,
didn't she say Hannah bought it for you?
She suggested it,
which I think is endearing.
Yeah, it
kind of
is.
like, hey, if you're gonna do it right.
Don't be an idiot, right? So I'm leaning in and I'm taking pictures, and I see her walk by, and she just does this and just shakes her head in disgust. I might as well be sitting there shirtless, eating like a cheesesteak. Like that's the same. It's the same thing. Purple said he has the ick now. I know. I'm pressing pause a little bit. I've been acquiring too much.
I think that's healthy.
I'm
How
sorry.
about we talk some real baseball
All right.
instead of cards?
Let's do that.
We haven't gotten to the rest of the league. Got a few minutes before Take on Woods coming up. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. The Los Angeles Dodgers keep rolling on despite losing Mookie Betts. He's headed to the IL with a strained oblique, but they still rallied from a 6-1 deficit yesterday to complete their sweep of the Washington Nationals after a rain delay with an 8-6 win.
My dumbass at Easter clicking on that. I go, oh, look at this. Nice. 6-1. Nats sticking it to him. Roki Sasaki getting hit around the yard again. What a great day.
Yet they still win.
And then I looked and the car ride home. I go, you got to be. I literally out loud, I was like, you're effing kidding. And Hannah goes, what? I go, freaking Dodgers. They're down 6-1. They won 8-6. I can't even, you can't talk trash about them. They're just, and that's, by the way, losing Mookie Betts on the IL with an oblique.
Yeah.
So no problem. Next man up.
The Diamondbacks bounced back from losing the first 2 games to the Braves to win the last 2, including 6, 5, and 10 innings yesterday. Arizona's at 500 at 5-5. I feel like they're the team the Padres need to worry about a little bit more than the Giants or the Rockies. And I know the Giants did take 2 of 3 from the Padres, but they struggled this weekend against the New York Mets. Lost yesterday again 5-2 and dropped 3 out of 4. They just don't seem like they have enough offense overall to last over the course of the season. That I think ultimately Tony Vitello is not going to be able to save whatever they have up in San Francisco. That team is destined to finish in the bottom half of the division. So
I mean, it's
the Diamondbacks that I keep my eye on. They definitely still have enough to compete for a playoff spot.
Yeah, and the kid they called up. You see the kid that they called up, Jose Fernandez?
Yeah.
My God.
2 homers in his first game last week.
He looks fantastic. So, yeah, they're going to be a formidable team as well. I wouldn't write the Giants off yet because they always find a way at some point in the season to get themselves back into it. When you have starting pitching, I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know. You think at some point, Benny, they're going to call up Bryce Eldridge. Maybe he can do some damage for them. Luis Ariz is probably going to hit 300 for them. Can they convert and get him to in? But Willie Adames and Matt Chapman, man, I know we've made some bad deals here. Those may point to be pretty bad, but if those guys can get it going, which we've seen them do in their careers, I'm not writing them off just yet. I'm loving every loss right now, though. They're losing in really spectacular fashion, too.
Rockies avoided a sweep against the Phillies. La Costa Canyon's Mickey Moniak hit 2 home runs in the series finale in a 4-1 win. Cubs and Guardians split a doubleheader yesterday. Did you see the first game? The two teams combined for 3 hits in the first game of the doubleheader.
It's excruciating.
And the Cubs pulled out the 1-0 win. Second game, Guardians rallied for the 6-5 win. Mention the Angels and do this. They took 2 of 3 from the Mariners, including the amazing 3 home run robbing game by Joe Adell. And then they went and won again yesterday in 11 innings. A's and Astros played a wild one yesterday. A's won 12-10 in 10 innings. Brent Rooker, 3-run walk-off home run after driving in 6 in the game.
It's a good day.
They needed to get their offense going after a slow start, and a little bit better this weekend against the Astros.
Yep, there you go.
Pitchers duel between the Reds and Rangers. Chase Burns, Jack Leiter. Cincinnati, though, ended up completing a sweep of Skip Schumacher's Rangers with a 2-1 win. A slower start for the Blue Jays. They got swept by the Chicago White Sox.
Yes.
Including a 6-hit shutout yesterday, 3-0. The Blue Jays, like the Padres, like the Mariners, all off to 4 and 5 starts this year. Teams that are expected to be better than that, but didn't have the greatest first week and a half of the season. Rays beat the Twins 4-1. Old friend Nick Martinez allowed just 1 run and 1 hit in 6 innings. Brewers over the Royals 8-5. Milwaukee taking 2 of 3. The Marlins salvaged the series finale against the Red Hot Yankees. Interesting strategy from the Marlins. So Pete Fairbanks, his wife was going to have a baby, and they didn't know how long he could stay. So instead of holding on to him to close a game if they needed him, they just decided to pitch him in the first inning and then let him leave.
Love it.
And it worked out. They ended up winning the game 7-6. And for the first time all season, Max Fried actually allowed runs, 3 of them, as the Marlins did take 1 game in that series. Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3. The Tigers, another good team, off to a 4-5 start. And the Pirates beat the Orioles 8-2. We talked a little bit about it since the Padres are going to be facing the Pirates. 5 straight wins. This is the kind of thing that, a young team gets off to a hot start. It can really fuel like a pretty good season if they keep it going. And so far with the pitching that they have, and if Ryan O'Hearn and Connor Griffin can both give them some offense here that adds to their lineup, maybe those people who were predicting that the Pirates could threaten for a wild card spot might not be wrong about the Pittsburgh Pirates this year.
Yeah, I was one of them. It's a long season, guys. There's nine games in. But if you look at what they're rolling out there, they're getting massive contributions from O'Hearn and Brandon Lau. What a pickup he was in the offseason. He's been incredible. And O'Neal Cruz, despite his not great. He's learning a new position, center field. It's not going well for him at all, but he is contributing with the bat. I think he's got 11 RBI too. He's the best hitter in the NL right now. So this is going to be a really tough challenge for the Padres. They need to find a way to prevent runs with shoddy, elder starting pitching, and they need to find a way to score runs off very, very dynamic, big power arms. So it's kind of it's got, that's why I'm a little nervous about this series.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the best time to be running into the Pirates.
Exactly right.
They are hot right now, and Padres' second leg of an East Coast trip is always one of the tough series, and it's supposed to be very cold again. No rain or moisture, saw in the forecast that I checked yesterday, but lows are in the 20s. Highs are 40s and 50s, so it's going to be
so cold in Boston.
It's going to be very cold again in Pittsburgh for the next 3 days.
Remember they showed Scanlon. He looked like he just was miserable.
Let's talk about
Ty France wearing the entire face covering to play the game on Saturday.
We should talk about Ben's tweet. You're not on Twitter anymore, so you missed Ben's tweet, Paul, when he says perhaps the Padres offense performs better when wet.
Well, they didn't do anything until it started raining, and they finally started hitting.
This is what this absolute degenerate pervert tweeted out yesterday.
We might need to install big misters at Petco Park just to keep them damp throughout the season.
Can you imagine?
So they did nothing until they got rained on in the 3rd inning yesterday, and then they finally started hitting.
And you can only imagine.
Better when wet, then, is what
better when wet.
Determined.
Padre, better when wet. Like slippery when wet, but better when wet. And you can only imagine the responses that he was looking for when he tweeted that out yesterday. Absolute perfect.
Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but every once in a while I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I Some ladies responded. Yeah, as you can imagine. Very deviant behavior.
All right, ready for a little take on Woods?
I'm ready.
Got our first game of the week coming up. We got a weekly prize, concert tickets, Petco Park, My Chemical Romance, coming to Petco Park on August 30th, and you can be one of up to no more than 5 qualifiers this week by taking on Woods in our movie, TV, or music trivia challenge. It is coming up next. Call right now at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We'll pick a contestant. We will play our game, all coming up in just a couple of minutes here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, we spend a lot of time talking about preparation in sports. Of course we do. Game plans, adjustments, knowing what could go wrong. But a lot of people head into retirement without anything close to that kind of plan. I was kind of one of those people. Then I talked to Trajan Wealth. They straightened me out a little bit, got me back on the right track, even though retirement may be decades away or just years away for you. Trajan Wealth exists to help you. TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth works with people want some clarity for their plan going forward instead of guesswork. And they're fiduciary advisors, which means they have to put your interests first, help build personalized retirement and investment strategies based on your goals, your comfort level, because one size does not fit all here. And they're local, offices in Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, so they understand what it costs to live here and retire here. If you've ever thought about getting a second opinion, start at TRAJANwealth.com. That's TRAJANwealth.com, or call 619-367-0207, 619-367-0207. Or again, go online to TRAJANwealth.com.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Advisory Service and Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor.
Still
Additional
going,
services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
There you go.
There we go. Got it done. A little trouble with
Are
that.
we live?
No,
We are live.
I was just
We're on
fixing
the air.
that there at the end, and just wanted to make sure everyone got all the disclosures all said and done. I'm in
Okay.
good shape now. And since we're a little bit behind, and we got Dennis Lynn coming up momentarily. You ready to just play our game? You just walk back in. Now
I'll
you can
walk
walk
back.
right on back out. Time to play some Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarms, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. And Paulie says he believes we have Johnny. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello,
Johnny.
All right, let's play some Take on Woods. We got a new prize this week only. Our grand prize drawing will be for a pair of tickets to My Chemical Romance at Petco Park on August 30th. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com, but to qualify, you just need to beat or tie Woods in our 5-question trivia challenge. We got movies, TV, or music. Here are the categories, Johnny. Movies, Mr. E category, 5 movie titles that include Mr. in the name. TV, Sunshine State, 5 TV series set in Florida. And our new music category, all 2-second songs. It is Heart Attack, songs that include the word heart in the title. So movies, mystery category, TV, Sunshine State, or music, Heart Attack. Johnny, what would you like to play?
Let's go movies.
Movies. All right, the Mr. E category. Today's category, 5 movies titles with the word Mr. in their name. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, you can pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left at the end. The first questions are 2-second movie clip. Paulie's going to play you a clip from a movie with Mr. in the title. You just need to identify it. Johnny, are you ready to play?
Ready.
Paulie, you good to go?
I'm ready.
All right, it is time for the Mr. E category in movies. Put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays the clip. Good luck, Johnny. Let's take on Woods.
There's no way I'm going to play in Japan.
Pass.
George Clooney voiced the thieving title animal character in which Oscar-nominated Wes Anderson directed stop-motion film from 2009.
The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Correct. In his first leading role, Michael Keaton played Jack Butler, who becomes a stay-at-home dad for his 3 kids in which 1983 comedy.
Mr. Mom.
Correct. Matt Damon plays a 1950 con artist set to Italy, where he becomes addicted to the rich lifestyle of co-star Jude Law in which 1999 film.
Pass.
Richard Dreyfuss was nominated for a Golden Globe for which 1995 movie in which he plays a high school music teacher and composer with a deaf son.
Mr. Opus or something.
Mr. Something's Opus, yes.
I don't know. Pass.
Pass. Go back to our 2-second movie clip.
There's no way I'm going to play in Japan.
Oh, that was Tom Selleck in Mr. Baseball. You did get 2, Fantastic Mr. Fox and Mr. Mom. The ones you didn't get, The Talented Mr. Ripley, starring Matt Damon, and Mr. Holland's Opus.
I have no idea how he's going to do here.
Not sure. Could be all 5, could be none. I've got no clue. Johnny's score is locked in. We're playing movies today.
Okay.
No category for Woods. 60 seconds on the clock. Woods, your time begins when we play our 2-second clip. Good luck. Let's take on Johnny.
There's no way I'm going to play in Japan.
Mr. Baseball?
Correct. George Clooney voiced the thieving title animal character in which Oscar-nominated Wes Anderson directed stop-motion film from 2009.
Pass.
In his first leading role, Michael Keaton played Jack Butler, who becomes a stay-at-home...
Mr. Mom.
Correct. Matt Damon plays a 1950 con artist sent to Italy, where he becomes addicted to the rich lifestyle of co-star Jude Law, in which 1999
The Talented
film.
Mr. Ripley.
Correct. Richard Dreyfuss was nominated for a Golden Globe, for which 1995...
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Correct. George Clooney voiced the thieving title animal character in which Oscar-nominated Wes Anderson directed stop-motion film from 2009.
Mr. Taint.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. But you got 4 and a 4-2 win in our Mr. E category.
Look at, oh my God, look at you. Mr. E. Woo!
All Mr. movies.
Man.
Good job on Mr. Baseball. Johnny didn't get that one.
Love that movie.
It's an old one.
I love it.
Yeah, Tom.
There's no way I'm going to play in Japan.
I got stopped down last night on freaking For the Love of the Game, dude. Got me again. This is, the last baseball game of the day ended. Flipping through. Kids got 20 minutes before they got to go to bed. And there he is. Billy Chappell, side of the road. Kelly Preston fixing her car. Would you like to go to a baseball game with me? It's the worst line in the, you know what I'm talking about? You like baseball? She goes, no. Have you ever been? No. Would you like to go to a baseball game with me? And then I get locked in for the whole effing movie. The whole movie. I get locked in.
Even one of the better baseball movies.
It's not, but it got me again because, he throws the perfect game and Kelly Preston's in it. So I had to watch it. Rest in peace, Queen. Miss you every day. Lock me down. Gets me every time. Some of the worst baseball acting in it. John C. Reilly. No business behind the plate playing a catcher. No business. He's one of the best actors to ever do it.
Yeah.
He's got no business in that gear.
I've never been able to take it seriously because of him.
You can't. And then even the other guys.
Right.
But the guys that come up for the Yankees and you're like, all the money you spent on this movie, you can't get 20 guys that look like they know what they're doing.
Pretty out of place characters on the team, and like Bull Durham,
100%.
But it kind of works.
Kind of works because it's minor league,
and they're trying to be kind of funny,
trying
and
to be campy.
Not love the game. They're trying to be serious, and it's just when he's like out there at the pitcher on the mound for the meetings.
We're going to be awesome for you right now. It kills me.
Quickly, best swing in a baseball movie by an actor, and I don't think it's even close.
Serrano?
It's Pedro Serrano.
Yeah,
Dennis Haysbert.
Yeah.
Well,
looks like an actual power hitter in the movie Major League.
Costner looks fine. He looks fine. He's an athletic looks like
guy.
an old pitcher. And he looked like a great catcher. I will say this, his left-handed swing in Bull Durham, as good as anything I've seen.
Yeah.
He rips that one down the line. He looks fantastic. But freaking John C. Reilly, who I adore, I would kill to be able to have a beer with him. as Gus, the catcher, it's excruciating. It's an excruciating watch. It makes you get like shivery.
All right, let's come back. Dennis Lynn, our Lynn signer, see if he's got any insight on what the Padres are going to do if German Marquez does not work out tonight as a starting pitcher in his second time through the rotation.
We have given up on this guy. He's pitched one start. That is it.
I mean,
that is over.
We'll find out. We'll talk to Dennis when we come back with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Noticed
I
that
think
the
so,
same
too.
thing. What was Chris Ello eating in the middle of his promo?
Like he was chewing.
Like, I'm gonna, Monday. Not sure what's going to happen in Boston, but we'll get you locked in. All right. That's unbelievable.
Quinn and Chris on the Fan.
Hope everybody's having a great sports weekend. Hope the Padres are having a weekend in Boston. Whatever happens, we'll wrap it up on Monday and get you set for the national championship basketball.
He's having a sandwich in the middle of his promo.
He might have been actually eating.
I'm impressed by the multitasking ability of Chris Ello.
That's absolutely spectacular. It's one of the favorite things I've ever heard. That's so good. Wow.
You
hear
caught
something
me
new?
off guard.
You hear a spoonful of peanut butter.
I mean, if we're going to make fun of ourselves for 4 hours, we certainly are allowed to make fun of our colleagues at least once or twice a week.
Quinn
Right?
and Chris on the Fan.
Hope everybody's having a great sports weekend. Hope the Padres are having a weekend in Boston. Whatever happens, we'll wrap it up on Monday and get you set for the national championship basketball.
My favorite.
Unbelievable.
It's one of my favorite drops we have, Paulie. We don't use it enough.
Oh,
it's just
the munching?
Yeah, I can't hear it. I can't hear it enough. We got Dennis Lynn.
I think they only have a like a 34-minute show today this afternoon
perfect.
because of the Padres game at 3:40.
Then why don't you wait till after the show to have your lunch?
Let's check traffic. Dennis Lynn standing by. We'll talk to him. Get an update on Padres ownership. If there's any movement toward a sale. Haven't heard anything lately. All coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by Albertsons, Bonds, and Pavilions. Watch out, still clearing this accident on the 52 westbound at Mass Boulevard. The center divider is blocked and it is jammed. Great savings are in store for you at Bonds and Albertsons. Right now, a USDA Choice Tri-Tip Roast untrimmed is $4.99 per pound with membership where applicable. Limit to roast. And fresh asparagus is $1.99 per pound with digital coupon. I'm Sue Allen with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Happy Monday, Padres fans. It's time to discuss the weekend that was for the Padres with our Ben and Woods Linsider, Dennis Lynn from The Athletic. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
Woods and I eagerly anticipating a Dennis Lynn mailbag in The Athletic. He's asked for questions, so I know that column's coming soon as we welcome him. Good morning, Dennis. Good to see you as always.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I didn't want to preempt the show, so we'll wait on the mailbag just another day. Hopefully, give you guys some fresh information.
I'd imagine you get a lot of questions about the Padres sale. There aren't tons of answers. You and Ken Rosenthal have been kind of on the forefront of a lot of the reporting. Is there any updated timeline, anything we're hearing at all toward the potential sale? We saw John Seidler with the team in Boston, so he's still chairmaning or whatever he's doing right now.
Yeah, maybe he's taking in some last sights and sounds before he hands it off. But yeah, still
I would
serious,
be, right?
still
I would be
the same
too.
timeline.
Yeah, I'd be milking it too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think my guess is he'll be around a little bit for maybe the transition, but that's hard to say. But still here in the same timeline, mid-April or so. So in the next week or two, I think we could start to hear more about final bids. This is the second and final round of bids, is from what I understand, coming up. And then, based on, this is the same bank that did the Boston Celtics sale last year. And based on that timeline, I'm not saying it's the same thing and not saying it's going to be the same thing, but maybe, by the end of the month, we hear, who the new owner is.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I think, is causes a great deal of consternation for everyone, because you want the next guy to come in and know what's ahead of him or her, Dennis. And it's important. It's a really, really important decision, and could make or break and change the future of the franchise.
Yeah, it's huge. It's everything. I think the number one question people have for now is, once the new owner is in place, does that mean a little looser on the purse strings for AJ Preller? Right. But I think even beyond that, what does it mean for AJ going beyond this year? Because even though he's been extended, that doesn't mean he's automatically going to be the guy going forward into 2027 and beyond. And what does that mean for Craig Stamon too? So a lot of big questions floating around for sure.
Well, it's crazy. I'm looking through some of the questions you got in your mailbag, and I don't want to spoil it, but we got guys writing you Friday. Do we just sell off Laureano, Jason Adam, Morihone, Andujar, and Pivetta? I mean, it's April 6th right now. We've been playing baseball. It'll be 2 weeks on Thursday, which is 4 days away.
Yeah, these are a lot of questions I think we're going to have a much better sense of once the new person comes in. I think the one common thread across these four bidders is these are mainly private equity guys.
Yeah.
I guess even Joe Lacob going back for his Warriors days, but he's been the guy who's most consistently gone after an MLB team, at least that we know of. I think there is the concern, are these guys just asset collectors who are just going to not really care too much about the product? And as long as the franchise value keeps going up, which it has been exponentially, it seems like that's the main thing. But I think, Judge John Seidler has said he's looking for someone with, some ties to San Diego or the sport or winning or trying to do things the way Peter did. I don't think anyone can replicate exactly what Peter, at least the ethos and the spirit that he was going after in San Diego. But I think when you have some very wealthy, competitive people, you would hope that the end goal is to be competitive and to make money while you're at it, and winning probably helps the bottom line. So
yeah,
that's the hope.
Big time.
Dennis, you did write about Craig Stamon last week. I mean, it looks a lot smarter after winning 2 games in a row, compared to just where he was a couple of days ago. At the same time, in that piece, Stamon's quoted. He says, the biggest thing, just be yourself. I think that's always really good advice, but there's also been a couple of times where I felt perhaps Craig Stamon is almost too self-deprecating. When you are leading an organization of 26 players, a bunch of coaches, an entire staff, a major league, sometimes you can't just be yourself the whole time. I mean, how do you think he's settling in now a week and a half into the gig?
Yeah, that's an interesting point. A really interesting way to look at it. There's a lot of obviously testosterone in the major league clubhouse, and he knows these guys as well as anybody because he played with several of them. He played with several of the biggest guys on the team. So behind the scenes, who knows exactly what's going on? But I do agree that maybe if he wants to be a little more, less self-deprecating about some of the things that he's learning or screwed up on, or been open about. Maybe that wouldn't hurt, but at the same time, I think we can appreciate a guy who's going to be candid and upfront about what he's going through and this experience. So I think it's led to some interesting moments in the media. He's not quite Tony Vitello level, but he's kept it interesting. I think the one thing I appreciate, I think fans and who knows about the players for now, I think they're still open to feeling him out and how he's doing things, but he's really open to trying different things, moving around the lineup. It's been a total departure from Mike Schill. Not saying one's better than the other, but I think he's known reputationally to be a guy who's very open to analytics, to trying new things and reading the numbers, but there's also a human element, right? So it's an interesting balance that he's navigating right now, and I think so far he's been open and honest, which we in the media definitely appreciate.
Yeah, we do, and I in the media definitely, as a fan too, appreciate the willingness to be pliable and to be malleable and to be to do things a little differently. I mean, you can explain most of the moves. Now, I think there's a couple, Dennis, where you look at you like, you probably should have left him in, or you should have taken him out. Super easy, as we know, with the Wayback Machine, the time travel capabilities that we as fans always are privy to. Those are always the easy ones. I'm looking at the lineup every day going, all right, yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense. I'd like to see Jackson Merrill and Ramon Laureano in there every day, but I also don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Is there a knee? Is there a groin? Is there a something, going on? So I like how he's mixed it up so far and played a little matchups and sometimes doesn't play the matchup. So it's been different.
Like Jackson Merrill, unless he's dealing with some kind of unknown bruise that they're not disclosing to the media, he should be in there pretty much every day.
Yep.
I mean, if he has however many home runs, Ramon Laureano has however many home runs, and the rest of the team, besides Manny, doesn't have any, I think it's pretty simple math. But just credit to Craig, I guess, for trying some new things. They did win that game without Jackson in the lineup, so hopefully that doesn't become a thing going forward. But I agree. Yeah, there should be certain guys who are kind of just set it and forget it.
Dennis, the return of Jason Adam probably this week. Like, how does it shuffle in your mind what the Padres are doing bullpen wise?
Yeah, that's a great question. You always have to look at guys who are out of options, who do have options left. It's not, I guess, maybe the most pliable bullpen in that sense. So a guy like Wandy Peralta, who's not had a great start this season, I've been shaking in some obviously high leverage situations. He's not a guy I don't think they're going to cut bait on when he's making $5 million a year.
Right.
So that leads to some tough decisions elsewhere. Did you send Kyle Hart down? Do you send Bradley Rodriguez down? Who they've both been really good in slightly different roles, but Jason Adam coming back up. My guess would be maybe Bradley goes down a little bit for now because Kyle Hart provides that length that you don't quite have elsewhere, aside from Ron Marinaccio, who's another guy who's out of options. So some tough questions coming up, but good problem for Craig to have. Bring a guy like Craig Stamon back, so hopefully you don't have to use Wandy Peralta in some of these tighter, close situations. But I think you also have to remember that Jason's coming off a pretty major surgery, so. He's going to have to, his workload's going to have to be monitored. So it's again, like I said, I think a good problem for Craig Stamon to have, but unfortunately it's going to come at the expense of, someone else who's probably pitched pretty well.
One last one for me, Dennis. I know neither catcher has done a ton offensively, but has Luis Camposano done enough in terms of what he's done behind the plate, couple of hits this series against Boston to stabilize the backup catching position for the Padres going forward?
For now, I would say he's definitely shown more than we've seen in the past, especially on the defensive side. I know that's probably harder to notice, more subtle. But, talking to people who watch this game for a living, talking to scouts, he looks way more engaged back there than maybe ever. Maybe he needs to be a little more engaged to the pitch clock when he's batting.
That was a tough look.
That's secondary to what he's doing now. But he's been definitely improved defensively, and that's the main thing they look for. And now, you can't afford to have your catchers, hitting a buck whatever the entire season if the rest of your lineup's not going to produce. But again, I come back to the fact that, their number one job, the catcher's job, him and Freddie Fermin, is to kind of usher this pitching staff through. And that's a tough job right now for the back rotation. But if they can get guys like, Randy, Vasquez, Strandy to keep going like he has, that reflects well, not only on the pitcher, but also on the catcher. So I think so far, it's been a much improved version of Luis Campusano we're seeing behind the plate, and the Padres will take that for now.
Dennis, really appreciate it. Padres back home on Thursday, and we will talk to you again next Monday.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Our
D-Lynn.
Insider Dennis Lynn, brought to you by Hamul Casino. I don't know. That might be the strategy going forward against Mason Miller. Just walk up, but never engage, and just take your strikeout that way.
Yeah.
And then walk back and go, hey, I didn't miss a single pitch.
Nope.
I just never actually engaged in time to face Mason Miller.
It's the guy in the big leagues that I'd want to face less than any other big leaguer maybe ever, because now it's 3 pitches and it's a 96-mile-an-hour changeup. It's staggering. It's staggering.
I mean, he only threw a couple of balls in the entire inning yesterday. One of them was like 102 in on Wilson Contreras' hands, and I'm going like, never mind. I know I'm not going to get a hit. Why even risk myself at all standing there against him?
There's the old head Seth McClung, who used to pitch in the big leagues, was tweeting this weekend. He posted some video of the old Cleveland Indians lineup, and like 6 guys were over 300. And I said, I love that era. I do. I love that era. I love it. I Googled average velocity of that era. It was 88 to 89 miles an hour.
Average.
So there's guys that could hump it up, 94.
Yeah.
And then there's guys that were below.
The flamethrowers were at 93, 94. Now that's Walker Buehler without an arm is 93.
And I said, I love that era of baseball. Those old Indian teams were fantastically awesome to watch. 80% of the league is on juice. The average is 88 to 89. That's a different ball game we were watching back then. It's a different ball game altogether. And Mason Miller coming out throwing 96-mile-an-hour changeups. I wonder why hitting has gone down. It's so much harder to hit now.
Again, thanks to Dennis. I'll guess Benno Woods appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. We got some Rindle Report headlines, including national championship game tonight in college basketball. That and more coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Early Padres baseball today. Woods just asked me about my thoughts on the Masters. It's Masters week
It is
for
Masters
golf
week.
fans.
Oh,
the first
God.
major of the year coming up.
Oh.
Always excited about that. And by the way, congratulations to San Diego State's J.J. Spawn, who won the Valero Texas Open yesterday, coming from behind. That was fast.
That was very
I thought
fast.
I had another 14 seconds
At
or
least.
so before the band played me off. But we got a lot to get to, including previewing the Padres series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll start, though, letting Paulie do some headlines.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Rindle Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Rindle Report with Paul Rindle.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Rindle Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Happy Monday.
Happy
gentlemen.
Monday.
Let's get started here. We'll talk a little college hoops. Had the Final Four over the weekend, and wasn't great. It was not very
No, it was
entertaining
not great.
at all.
No,
there was really
it
no
wasn't.
points at any point on
had a
Saturday.
chance, kind of.
They did. You kind of felt like UConn was in the driver's
Yeah.
seat the whole game, and Illinois kept it. They stayed in it. What did they lose by 9? I think.
Yeah,
11. Not a great game. And then everybody was looking forward to Michigan versus Arizona. Those were just really the 2 best teams all year long, and I don't know that there's a whole lot of debate about it. And it was like a 20-point blowout.
Yep.
Michigan absolutely steamrolled Arizona, punched them in the mouth early on. They never could recover. It really was never a game, and I don't even know that I watched much of the second half.
Michigan, big favorite tonight, 6.5.
Yeah.
Over UConn. Yeah, it's just a battle of 2 teams I couldn't care less about.
UConn in particular
yeah,
is
I
just it's if you take a step back, I got black and red tinted glasses. I get it. They beat us in the championship. They've made it to 3 of the last 4 national championships. I
yeah,
mean,
they've
it's
won the
just,
first 2. They've got some devil magic in March. There's no doubt about it.
don't know how they keep doing
I
it.
saw the stat. They have won 19 straight games in the Sweet 16 or later.
That's
I mean,
bananas, dude.
that means, playing theoretically
Yeah.
the best 16 teams in the
Yep.
country.
Final, yep.
And you won 19 in a row. I get it when you're playing, Division 3 opponents
Sure.
or early in the season, you put together long winning streaks. But against that caliber of opponent,
16, Sweet 16, and
never
forward.
losing, that is unbelievable. And, Dan Hurley is just,
He's unhinged.
he's a lunatic.
He's unhinged.
He's so superstitious, too,
Is
which
he?
I've never.
Is he the one that has
every
his wife iron
Yeah.
his? Okay.
So he's got a lucky suit, which is falling apart, he says, like at the seams, but he refuses to wear anything else. He was like terrified because like someone in the post game on his way to the Final Four had grabbed like a pin off of his shirt and was like, that's part of the suit. It needs to be there. He's got this lucky rosary, but it keeps breaking off the chain and they spill everywhere. And his wife keeps putting it back together. And then she forgot to bring it to the game. She had to run back to the hotel in the rain and then run back to the arena just to give him his lucky rosary. He's a crazy man. He's a crazy, crazy man.
Yes.
Hey, Hannah, quickly. Could you, I just need you to run back to the house to grab my lucky pen for tonight's Little League matchup. If that's okay with you.
I know it's raining.
No problem, babe. Yeah, I know it's raining.
It's only a couple blocks
I know
away.
we have another child with you. Is there any way?
Because this will somehow impact how your players play in the game tonight.
That's beyond nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond nuts. Yeah, I hope they both lose. I know that's not possible.
Exactly. It's kind of one of those feels. UConn Duke a couple rounds ago.
Yeah.
That was exact. I was like, I hope both teams have a terrible time and nobody wins.
And nobody
is
has
happy.
a good time. Yep.
But that's a championship game tonight. It's 5:50, I believe, is the tip-off. Michigan versus UConn. check in after the Padres game if you like.
100%.
We'll move along into Major League Baseball. I saw this was kind of fun. The Washington Nationals, I remember when their franchise started 21 years ago. They recently celebrated 21 years of Nationals baseball, the grand opening, the 21st anniversary of Nationals Park. And it was kind of cool how they did this. They had the PA announcer. They got the ceremonial first pitch. You have the play ball kid. You have the let's bring the rosin bag out kid. There's the who's going to help with the grounds crew. But for the first time, I don't think I had seen this before. They had the ceremonial sip. And I'll let the PA address announcer at Nationals Park take it from here.
21 years ago today, on April 4th, 2005, the Nationals played their inaugural game as DC's team. And on that very same day, Sorka Lewis was born, destined from day one to become a lifelong member of the Nats family. Today, as we celebrate 21 years of Nationals baseball, we're doing it in a big way, with help from our friends at Budweiser and our 21-year-old birthday girl herself, who's on the mound. Nationals fans, it's time. Please join us in raising a toast to 21 years of memories, milestones, and Nationals baseball. And to Sorka, as we celebrate with a ceremonial first sip.
First sip of Budweiser ever. Now,
Cheers to you, Nats fans, and happy 21st birthday.
She's taking it to the dome.
She's chugging it. She continues to chug it. She finishes the whole damn beer.
Look at her.
Which was awesome.
First time.
Showed pictures of her growing up throughout her life as a Nationals fan. So, 21 years ago, she was born the same day Nationals baseball became a thing. And they had her out to for the ceremonial first sip.
Yeah, I mean, it's the ceremonial first chug. That's what it was.
Yeah.
She crushed it.
Yeah, first sip, my ass.
I always love a good bit. The inanimate object turns 21 and now it's old enough to drink thing.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while.
It has. That's a good idea, though, for a ball game, though. That's fun.
They were able to get a sponsor read in.
Yep.
Budweiser,
There was definitely
very
an
happy.
some sort of an ad exec with the Nationals who goes, this is a little quirky, but I've sold it to Budweiser, so we need to do a ceremonial first sip on opening day.
Adam's gonna be like, hey, can you guys do a ceremonial first sip of eco water every morning?
Fine by me. Do it happily. I do it anyway. Eco water, simply the best.
All right. And then finally, we will wrap it up. The internet is a little bit split on this story. As reported, I'll tell you what happened here. We're going to a Chick-fil-A has apparently fired an entire crew, like 8, 9, 10, however many staff people were working one night. They all got fired. And the reason is after closing, customers all leave. They got to clean and reset the store for the next morning. And while they were doing that, they decided, hey, let's do one of the TikTok trends. And they made a TikTok video behind the scenes of all the employees in their uniforms. Dancing. The dance itself is interesting. It's whatever the trend is. It says my CFA, my Chick-fil-A crew better than yours, and it's all of the employees just kind of doing a little bit of a chest bounce,
like a shaking their.
And the female employees, they're not really leaving much up to the imagination there.
But it's not like
there's a couple of men in the video as well. He's twerking. So they filmed this video. You can see the chairs, everything's are put up. This had no impact. There was some foul language in the music of the video as well that went viral. And one of the guys that put together the video, he ended up doing another video and he said, I'm going to tell you everybody, like, we were fired for that.
Wow.
And everyone goes, that seems like it was a little bit extreme. And the point that a lot of people made was, if this went viral for another reason, if they put together a fun, happy, cheerful video that got 30 million views, guess who would be leaning the F into it?
Well,
Chick-fil-A.
They all look pretty happy and like they're having fun. All right, question. Is it because of their boobs?
I think it's the boobs, and the music probably is not very up to par. Chick-fil-A standards.
Very want to make sure everything's family friendly to the nth degree.
It's true.
But I can see a scenario in which it's not focused on the boobs or the bad words in the music, and a viral video happens, and Chick-fil-A is going to put it in their new commercial or something.
I feel like a warning. Hey, I'm glad you guys are having fun.
You guys are all coming together as a
ultimately,
crew.
this is kind of harmless, but we have a We have a brand and we have a standard that we're trying to maintain. So please refrain from that in the future, sort of thing.
More booby shaking videos.
Right.
Yeah. In uniform, it was all covered up.
Oh yeah.
Jugs hanging around.
I've seen a lot worse videos.
I've seen a lot worse.
When anyone dances, everything kind of shakes.
It's not like there's a line of customers waiting behind
True.
you.
I like a good warning goes a long way. Right?
I think so.
You get warned.
Yeah.
You won't do it again.
They weren't taking advantage of anything other than, I guess, not working for a whole, couple of
30
minutes
seconds.
or whatever it took.
Have you ever gotten a warning anywhere, like from work? Have you ever been put on a PIP, performance improvement plan?
No, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
A PIP.
Yeah.
A performance improvement plan.
It's not great.
Your performance has not been up to snuff.
It is not great.
Which job put you on a PIP?
I've had a couple
Really?
sales jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of your sales career, at the end of like one sales gig, you see the finish line, and you're trying to get another gig. So you're obviously not going to bust your ass while you're, you know what I mean? Because you want to get paid that commission.
But at that point, you don't really care if you're on the
Correct.
PIP.
So then they call you in for the PIP. The writing's been on the wall. I've already been looking for another job. Yes, I'll sign your PIP, and you can put it in my permanent file. But I've been pipped before. It's not great.
Does Adam want to pip you sometimes?
Good luck. My performance never wavers. So good luck. Try it. Try to pip me in this gig. Try it. See what happens to you. Stuff you in a mayonnaise jar.
And McKee said Scrapey got a warning when he worked at the bank.
Oh, did he?
Did he?
Yeah, pips are not good. But, you learn from it and you move on. Or you find another job. Thank you. Good job, Paulie.
Thank you.
What do you want to do now?
I will let everybody know that as Pittsburgh prepares to welcome the nation to the unofficial beginning of football season, the city's kickoff celebration will begin with an unforgettable invite-only night of music. Go to Odyssey.com/the night before to enter for your chance to win a trip to see Jason Aldean, John Morgan, and Shane Prophet. This is a national contest.
Sounds awesome.
You're welcome. No, we need to preview the series. We got a big 3 games.
Can employees win that?
No, I don't believe so.
No, damn
Sorry.
it. No, Jason Aldean.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, that's where the Padres are this morning, and we got a big 3 games. We will preview it going forward when we come back, including the first ever matchup against Paul Skeens for the Padres. Coming up tomorrow, it's all ahead with Bennett Woods. After a quick timeout, check traffic on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Let's talk some water first. We actually just mentioned Eco Water a few minutes ago. The ceremonial first sip every morning when I wake up. It's the first thing I do is I chug Eco Water. I come to work, I chug Eco Water. I go home, I chug Eco Water. After a workout, before a workout. The water here in Southern California, as beautiful as Southern California is, the water is rock hard, guys. It is. It destroys appliances, dries out your skin. It's not great for you. We've had the Eco Water system for years. It's the 100% MVP of our home. The wife and kids absolutely obsessed with it. And these guys have been incredible in doing this since 1925, over a century of perfecting the soft life. They'll come out, they'll do a free in-home water test to show you what's in your pipes and what's going down your gullet. No guesswork, just facts. New system features smart leak monitoring with a whole home shutoff and financing up to 84 months. Guys, it is a no-brainer. Get it put in your home today. Our family lives it every single day. You deserve a win as well. Call 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or you can go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know I, Woodsy, sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
The swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service.
Shout out to one of the kindest, nicest tier ones that lives. His name is Anthony Burris. It's Anthony the Butcher. He's our very own carving guy.
Big fan.
Huge fan. Came into our Christmas show and set up a carving station. Remember that?
I do.
And he is just the best.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
He's the best human being on the planet and one of my favorite people I've gotten to meet through this show. And happy birthday to you, my friend.
Happy birthday,
happy
buddy.
for everything that's going on in your life. We'll leave it at that. Under the radar, but very happy for you, man.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Keep rolling.
To the Butcher. I got this email, like I generally get these weird promotional emails. This one's from bookies.com.
Okay.
They have ranked all the major league ballparks, as everyone loves to rank ballparks.
I love to rank everything.
And they have divided them up into tiers: elite, great, good, average, below average, and temporary. Padres were in the top tier. Elite ballparks.
Yes. PNC.
PNC. Very good.
Oracle.
6 of them in the elite.
Okay.
Oracle, PNC, Petco. That's half of them. You already got half of them.
Elite.
I'm gonna say Wrigley
elite.
Field.
Wrigley Field is elite.
All right. Fenway then?
Fenway is elite. You're missing one.
Elite.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
it an
I see
obvious
it.
one?
Yankee Stadium?
No, it's not 100% obvious. It's the ballpark that kind of ushered in the new era of ballparks.
Camden Yards.
Correct. But I thought it was good seeing Padres, Fenway Park, and Petco Park there in the same one. That stat, I think Mud brought it up on TV this weekend, that technically the Green Monster at Fenway Park, which has been there since the ballpark opened, is not the oldest structure in any major league ballpark in America. It's actually the Western Metal Supply Company is
so cool.
older because it's the original building that was incorporated into the Petco Park design. So part of Petco Park is actually older than any part of Fenway Park.
I love that.
Which I loved that little stat that we got.
I love that little segment they did, and Don was talking, Don spent a lot of time there. And Don was talking about the ladder. The ladder, that ladder to nowhere that just sits there, and it's like if a ball hits off that, it's live and in play, and there's nothing you could use that for other than to like get hurt and do something stupid if you're a fan at the top of the Green Monster.
You used to use it to like get down and manually change the scoreboard or whatever?
They used to use it after the game to climb,
get all the baseballs
and get baseballs out of the net
before they put seats up there.
Just a nightmare. Can you imagine that gig?
And then Muncie went in for the first time inside the Green Monster. Don said, little rats in there,
I bet it's dank.
I bet it is too.
And
but
not
there's people
the
in there
dank.
who changed the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And then I love the segment where Bob was standing on top of the Green Monster, just holding, he didn't have a camera. It was the long camera that was shooting him from all the way on the first base side. He's just talking in the aisle. And you see these like Red Sox fans like walking like, who are you talking to? Why are you here?
Some
up
guy
on
in
the
a
Green
scarf
Monster?
and a trench coat, and he's just like talking into a microphone. Like, who the hell is this?
You guys see the Red Sox?
8 feet tall.
Did you see the Red Sox fan crash out on the Padres fan? It was somebody sent it to me yesterday.
You showed it to me before the show. Yeah.
I get a lot of videos sent my way, and I watch about 3% of them. And I clicked on this one, and it was unbelievable. It was some broccoli-headed kid in his, Red Sox jersey, and he is just lighting this Padres fan up. Go back to San Diego. And the guy looks at him and he goes, what were you in 5th grade when they won the World Series last? Like, settle down, guy. He was screaming at this Padres fans to get gone. And they're crashing out in Boston right now. Today would have been a good day to tune into Boston sports radio. I bet they had my guess is they had some really hot Manny Machado takes, is my guess. Really hot, scorching hot.
Dirty play, kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
Like
But it's crazy to say that when Wilson Contreras is on your team. You know what I mean? Like, he is the worst.
Padres fans were well represented
They were.
at Fenway. Not only did you have the fan that caught the Manny home run on top of the Green Monster, but you heard an audible "Holy Sheets" chant when he came in and got that pinch hit, the double for
scares me
Luis
when you do
Campusano
it,
late in the game.
and it scares me when Mud does it. You both scare me to death.
Also could hear a very loud "Sell the team, sell the team."
Yeah.
They're going through
they're
it
2-7. I saw quoted to Roman Anthony, who's what
21
years old, is basically already going, this is unacceptable. We can't. I don't know how your veteran teammates feel about the 21-year-old calling your team's play unacceptable, but someone has to do it, I guess. They are off to a rotten start this season.
Yeah, that's a good point in the chat. What an insult. I will go back to San Diego, where it's absolutely perfect and incredible. And you stay here in the cold,
Never visit.
Cold, wet, dark Fenway Park. We'll see you later. And please don't come to where we live. Right? Like, all right, what an insult. It was great. I love taking 2 or 3 from them. It was lovely.
The way Friday's game went too.
Oh yeah.
You figured I expected them to win at least one of those 2 remaining.
Yep.
But
I figured
when you win on Saturday, I'm like, God. And then the way they won on Sunday, too, coming back, erasing that deficit, having to do it again later in the game, it was huge. That was a great series win.
Max says Boston in the springtime is pretty great. Agreed. It's
a lot of places.
It's a nice
just
city.
not quite spring yet.
It's not quite spring, and this place is pretty great. Well, year round.
It's been spring here for about a month and a half already, and they're not quite there yet.
I think the Boston weather's rolling in this week.
Can the Padres take 2 of 3 though in Pittsburgh? Is the question. It does not set up very well this series. You got a red hot Pirates team that's won 5 in a row, and then the pitching matchups are kind of. You feel like the Padres are on the short end at least the first 2 days with German Marquez against Bubba Chandler. Bubba Chandler has great stuff. Now, he had trouble commanding in his last start. He did not give up any hits, but he did not make it through 5 innings because he walked 6 batters and the pitch count got up there. So I don't know if that's part of the strategy today is to try to wait him out, make him throw strikes, see if you can get on base. But if you can't make him pay for it, which they did not do in their last start against Cincinnati, then it doesn't help you all that much other than you get to the bullpen. But can German Marquez keep it close before you get to that point? You love the Padres' chances in a close game after 5 innings. With the bullpen that they've got. The question is, can German Marquez keep it close? And you saw the reporting this morning and yesterday in the UT and other places that Ruben Niebla believes that German Marquez wasn't just tipping one pitch. He was tipping every pitch in his first start of the season against the Giants. And they have worked on it. They have watched film. They have like a trick where German Marquez can not tip his pitches going forward. But I remember in that series, I think it was Chapman actually was out on second base, and Jung-Hoo Lee, I think, was up, and Chapman was like holding his arm straight out to the left on which was one of the knuckle curves.
Which they'll do.
They will do.
You do on the lead from second. You get your spacing and all that, but who knows? I mean, you could be in his head.
It could be, but it's the one thing that, I mean, if they knew pretty much every pitch that was coming, no one's going to look very good.
No.
And
you can also deke pitchers that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you just tell the batter behind you, like, hey, I have no idea. I have no idea. But I'm going to signal because now I'm going to get in his dome.
But the Padres watched the film, and they're the ones who told Marquez, you are tipping. It wasn't, we think you might be tipping and they're getting it. No, it was, you are tipping your pitches and we need to change something. So we'll see if that change has any effect today in the first game of the series. And then tomorrow, Nick Pivetta is pitching. He was coming off a great start, but he's going up against Paul Skeens. First time the Padres will face Paul Skeens. So again, you feel like you need to be close to perfect to keep it close against Paul Skeens. If you're Nick Pivetta. So that's not the ideal matchup. And then I think it's Mitch Keller and Michael King in the final game of the series. My goal would be find a way to split the first two and give Michael King a chance to win the series on Wednesday afternoon.
Keller's pretty nasty too, man. I mean,
they got 3 good pitchers going.
They do, and they got more coming as well. Bubba Chandler is going to throw fastballs. He's going to throw fastballs, and he's going to try to throw fastballs by you. It's going to be a challenge. I mean, we have some, older, slower bats right now. So that's what, if I'm Bubba Chandler, I'm going right after Manny, right? He throws it almost 75% of the time. So you're getting the heater. Can you be on time and do damage with it? Is it going to be, because he's so, like you said, he walks 6 guys. Be all like throwing hard and up and in and out, and you got to be on time for that. It doesn't bode well.
Manny hit the home run yesterday, but it was on a changeup.
Down and in.
Now, Fernando and Laureano both got hits off of Aroldis Chapman.
What do you think about the lineup tonight? Do you go back? You got to get Sheets in there, obviously. Do you go back to Crony at the top, or do you go Razor Ramon? I mean, he was 0 for 5 in the leadoff spot yesterday.
I mean, if we're really mixing things up every single day, maybe Merrill leads off, against a righty. Yep. And, he's been swinging the bat very well. Get Ramon,
Merrill, Ramon, Tatis,
Machado, Sheets. Yep. And then you can go Bogarts, Cronenworth back. I think Cronenworth in the bottom third is I don't know why. It seems like he always comes up in a spot where they find a lefty to get to throw against Jake, which is not advantageous. Padres don't really have a backup second baseman that they can go to, so you can't really pinch hit for him, which has put Jake in tough spots. He's not been set up to succeed so far this season. He'll get a good at bats, but he's got a rough go because a lot of tough lefties, relievers find their way against Jake Cronenworth, no matter where he is in the lineup, whether it's top or bottom. They've been finding a way to get that lefty in against him, and he's just not as good against lefties as he is against righties.
Yep.
I would assume Fermin is back catching today for Marquez. And we'll see. I mean, Fermin's offensively had the double over the weekend, but that was only his second hit of the season. Yep. Hasn't been a lot at the plate either for Freddie Fermin. So it's not just Luis Camposano who struggled offensively.
C20 says Jake's always in a tough spot at the plate, regardless of where he hits. That's mean, being mean.
And it's not really true. He's a productive offensive player in general. On base especially.
On base for sure. Yeah.
But if it's just against lefties, he's going to struggle. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Kind of a weird series. So East Coast, we're going to have 3:40 starts today and tomorrow, and then on Wednesday.
Wednesday is the old 8:37 start.
8:37 pregame, 9:37 first pitch. Yeah, very early.
Can't wait.
A little preemptory of Ben Woods on Thursday.
That's about as early as it gets.
I don't think there are any earlier starts other than that Patriots Day Boston game that starts at 8 a.m. West Coast time.
Yeah,
which we've never played in. I don't think.
Nope.
That'd be fun. 1 hour show that day. But otherwise, yeah, it's and then they come home and no days off. Remember, they're in a streak of 10 games in 10 days.
I love it.
So
Good
they
for us.
come right home to face the Rockies Thursday through Sunday.
It's a decent month to make some hay, Benny. I hate to make the hay bit, but it's a decent month to make some hay.
Yeah, you thought so.
You
when
got
you saw
7 against
you
the
saw
Rockies.
this week against the Pirates and the Rockies and go, oh, that's a great week. But then the Pirates are
Look
not
nasty.
the pushovers that you thought they would be. So, and there's no off day until next Monday, a week from today. So games every day this week. All right, we will come back. Final timeout, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Maybe a little topic wheel spin and get you ready for Braden coming up at 10 on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort. Now open.
Listen up, Tier 1s. We're giving you and a guest a chance to go away with Weezer on their Weezer The Gathering tour. Get hooked up with flights, a 2-night hotel stay, and a pair of tickets to see Weezer, plus a meet and greet with the band, and a signed set list thanks to Live Nation and Crush Music. And all you have to do to enter is listen to us on the Odyssey app. Download the free app, create your account, favorite our station, listen for an hour to get your daily entry, and then come back each day for another chance to win. This is a national contest. Weezer, your thoughts?
I've seen them, like them well enough. Yeah. Like 3 or 4 records from Weezer. Always.
I like that they've kind of just been Weezer.
Yeah, they know
what they are.
Yeah, they just do their own thing.
They'll do the state fair tour or whatever they do. But they've always been solid.
Yeah, I saw them.
Good performance.
I saw them many years ago after the very first album, and I was not in my right state of mind, and it was a bit trippy to say the least, and so much fun. One of the nights I remember from my
What are some of their biggest songs?
I mean, Say It Ain't So.
Island in the Sun.
Ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly.
Oh, and you're married to the more.
I mean, that first record and Pinkerton, those are good records, man.
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. You know that one?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm surprised you don't like them more.
I think I do. I just didn't necessarily
Didn't know
know
that
all
you
the
liked
songs.
them.
Apparently, I am a Weezer fan.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Didn't mention it. AJ Cassavell writing about it this morning, though. This is a homecoming series for Mason Miller.
Yes,
He was a Pirates fan growing up.
Yep.
Went to games at PNC Park.
So you guys can get mad at him if they lose.
Took his now wife on a date to a Pirates game and got to pitch there in high school once. He said it was a dream come true. And this is his first time, I believe, coming back as a professional.
So cool.
To get to pitch against the hopefully Pittsburgh Pirates, give him an opportunity to get in there. My guess is he's not available today after pitching 2 straight the last 2 days. Maybe he is because he's so dang efficient and just faced 3 batters each time. But I don't know that you can count on Mason Miller to be there for a save opportunity. Ultimately, the Padres are going to have to win some games.
Yes,
without Mason Miller,
they're going to
4 or 5 run leads in the 9th inning, and not a 1 or 2 run lead to protect every single time.
Yeah, because again, you ran into that yesterday. Adrian was 29 pitches on Saturday, and I'm again 99% sure that's why you go to Wandy there instead of Adrian Morejon, Ben. He's probably down, so he'll be back today, ready to go. I would imagine, Estrada's thrown 23 pitches in the last 2 days. I mean, not too bad.
Yeah.
Miller's thrown 23
David
pitches.
Morgan's definitely should be available.
Yep, Marinaccio. Why isn't David Morgan even on this bullpen usage chart? I forgot he existed. Wandy, I would say, is down. I think you leave Wandy down unless it's a 6 or 7 run game. Then you can use Wandy. It's perfect.
I'm sure
ease him back in.
Craig Stamon would love to not have to use Mason Miller in a winning effort today.
Correct.
And have him available for what hopefully will be a low-scoring, close game tomorrow against Paul Skeens. So
where is David Morgan? That's so strange.
He's not in there.
He's not on the.
Did he pitch at all this weekend? Didn't he pitch on Friday in the first game of the series?
So
I want to
wild.
say that he pitched in the first game.
Not on this. He's not on this bullpen usage chart, Benjamin.
And then
Marinaccio's ready. He's good.
Jason Adam could be back Wednesday or maybe Thursday.
So an interesting take on that. So let's say that tonight does not go well for German Marquez. Could you cut him, DFA him, whatever, and then Adam takes his spot until the next go around, and then you can make your decision then?
You could, although because there's no off days, the next go around for Marquez would be Saturday. So you wouldn't have a ton of time before you had to call someone up and make that decision anyway. But you could buy a couple days, which you do see them do over the course of the season. Send a starter down, go with a 9-man bullpen and a 4-man rotation until that next spot pops up. So it could happen, but let's think positively about German Marquez tonight, that maybe he's going to have a decent start. Torture us for another couple weeks in the starting rotation going forward.
Ben, that's mean.
It is mean.
He's trying his best, Ben.
You got me.
All I know is that over the last decade, if German Marquez pitches in a game, the Padres are probably losing it.
Such a good point. It's really a brilliant point that you make. Yeah. If you see German Marquez in a Padres game, the Padres lose.
Yes.
It's a good point.
Going up against him or
with
having him with you.
You had me earlier. He did. And he's like, hey, this is like sports is so stupid. He was tipping. That's why. Not because he's ineffective. He's tipping. And, past.
So easy when you know what pitch is coming.
He's tipping. Oh, and so in my mind, I go, oh, okay. All right.
So now, if he struggles tonight, we go, well, he was working on something.
Paulie,
give him another trip through the rotation.
The car's rattling a little bit. The alignment. Oh, let me get my alignment fit. Look at that. Works like a dream every time. So
you'll be a little more patient with a couple of veterans, but the patience, I promise you, is not unlimited.
Yes, I will be patient with Nick Pivetta and Michael King and Randy Vasquez now. You know what I mean? Yes, I will be patient with them. I shan't be patient with Walker Buehler or German Marquez.
Nor should you be. And I don't think the Padres front office is going to be that patient.
Nor do I.
All right, let's check traffic. We'll come back, wrap things up here on a Monday on Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the Saboba Casino Resort Traffic Desk, K-Frog Traffic.
That's the wrong traffic report, Polly.
That's not from us.
Well,
that's not what you do.
I'll guess on Ben and
Kelly
Woods
Danick
appear on the
would never.
SDCCU fan hotline.
God.
It's not big bank banking. It is better.
Let's check traffic.
That was it?
I got a lot of comments. Some advice I've been getting about my gait.
Your walk, yeah.
Yeah. Louise in our chat earlier said I might need to see a physical therapist. See, I don't think my walk is causing any injuries. I feel like it just, when I walk, my legs just want to keep pushing out further and further until I'm just taking up a lot of side space.
Save that.
And that when the legs go further out, that causes the arms to.
You walk very wide.
Swing. I walk very wide.
You're a very wide walker.
I like if I was doing one of those tight ropes over Niagara Falls, I would never be able to do it because I can't put
get
one
your feet
foot
together
in front of I can't get it around. Like my one leg is too big. The calves are too big to stop myself from walking in a straight line. So I need to kind of go left,
It's not
right,
just the
left,
calves
right.
either.
Yeah. Don't forget. Yeah. We've all seen the picture.
Your pants have more surface area to cover.
That's true.
Than most men.
Because again, though, after a while, you can see you start to lean. The lean comes in, and when the lean forward goes, and then the legs get wide, the hands go very Very wide.
Yeah, I need to keep my head up, my shoulders back. But then I also feel very stiff when I do that.
Yes.
And we're trying to get more
Save that.
relaxed. And when I stand and throw my shoulders back, that feels very stiff as well.
I've watched the video a dozen times. I love it. I'm so glad that you put it out there. But anytime, listen, and I gave you the pass on this one because anytime, if it doesn't matter who it is, if Marty Scorsese tells De Niro, hey, walk down this hallway and I'm going to film you just walking. We just got to get this shot. I think De Niro would have a hard time with it. I do. I think Al Pacino would. I think Ethan Hawke. I think any of the,
You start thinking, you're like, how do I walk? How do I naturally walk?
I have a very flat bottom as well. Have you noticed that?
I've not.
I mean, you can see like there's no. So I have a lot of calf, but then it kind of narrows as it goes up.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen,
I'm just kind of weird, proportionally a little weird.
No, I mean, you're solid. Guys would kill for your legs.
I know.
Kill. Like murder, maim.
I got
kill.
that this weekend playing golf. What do you do on leg day? What do you
Nothing. He's never
Nothing
done
at all.
leg
Never
day.
done leg day. in my
Never
life.
once has he done it. I don't even train mine anymore because it's such a waste of time. Oh, calf raises, cool. What's that gonna do? Make this tiny little bubble a little bit firmer, just a little. I can't add any meat to it. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, I think you have a lot to be happy about, as we've seen.
Thanks.
The picture. You're fine. Just
right.
be you. It's a little
so.
It's a little Sasquatchy, but
I've become a little more self-conscious about it
well,
lately.
as you should, but it's fine.
But the last thing I want to do is think about walking while I'm walking
100%.
because
Just
that
want to be able to walk.
spins me out.
Yeah.
But once I don't think about it and I start, as you said, leaning forward.
Then the ski jump comes in. Ski jump man comes in and he starts gravity's pulling you down. I just worry about what you when you get older. Is it your hips are tight a little bit?
Oh yeah, I've got tight.
Can you do like a squat, like a deep squat?
Not really.
Can you like
How far down can you go?
I'll just fall backwards. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you ever done like that stretch where you're like, was it like the praying mantis where you kind of use your elbows to push your leg, your knees, the inside of your knees out, get a good stretch?
You got to do some of those. Be better for you. I think you're tight. I feel like your hammy is gonna. I feel like if you had to run down a hill after a golf ball,
I do this one where I like hold on to something.
Okay, you
but if
can't
I
hang
didn't,
on.
I would fall.
That's cheating.
I would
That's
just fall over
cheating.
backwards.
I mean, I can do. Look,
Well, there's no.
hey guys, watch me do push-ups.
It doesn't do any good if you just fall over backwards.
Against the
There's no
wall.
exercise or stretching unless you actually can stay upright.
But you got to get your hips mobile. You got to, and that's why I gave you that gun. You got to grind.
No,
in
I
there.
do. I've been working on the Theragun
Gotta-
on the side, the hips.
Got to
and-
grind in there.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. But we can get you a little bit more mobile. You really do squats where you hold on to the wall.
And
Are you
whatever the-
100 years. That's what they do
Yeah.
for like old people.
I
in
know.
the pool.
I do. Well, I do some old people exercises.
Yeah, Ben's just like doing water aerobics.
Because of my
With his
back and
little
hips.
Foam dumbbells. In
I'm
there.
whatever the opposite of Shakira is.
You're unbelievable. All right, spin it, Paulie.
Okay, let's do that.
I didn't know that. Somebody said you carry a lot of stress in your hips. I didn't know
I'm not that stressed.
What is a small inconvenience that will ruin your entire mood?
Children. Children.
That's not a small inconvenience. That's a lifestyle change.
I mean, Paulie, my whole life is small inconveniences ruining people that use coupons at the
I
store.
was gonna say probably
Sorry.
grocery store.
Grocery store.
Grocery store related incidents.
Everywhere I go.
I hate when I have to, what is it called? Two-factor authentication over and over again.
God.
And they have to send me the push alert where then I say,
Do we
yes,
not
it
every
is
time
me.
you check the box that says
Log in.
remember this
Remember
device
this
or
device.
whatever,
It
and it never
remembers
does.
the device. And I always have to send myself the push alert.
Like, bro, do you think I have a new laptop every time I log into work?
Every
Like,
single time I say, remember this device, yet it never remembers
Yeah.
it. And I always have to find my phone.
That's
and
a
then
good one.
Look at the thing. And it's like, yes, it was me logging in from Riverside, California, even though I know I'm not in Riverside, but my phone says I am all the time. That's a minor inconvenience. All I'm doing is picking up my phone for a second and looking at it. And it bothers me every single time I have to do it.
Yeah, having to. Yeah, basically anywhere there's a line. You're right, Steve. Anywhere there's a line.
I had one this morning. So I was in the drive-through line to get my just 99-cent coffee at McDonald's. And they have one of those two lanes where you pick one or the other, and I picked the shorter one, but they kept going to the other one, like 1, 2, 3, and not taking my order, and people were passing me in the drive-through lane, and it was just driving me crazy because you should never be passed in a drive-through lane. Once you're in the drive-through lane.
So nobody was coming on the loudspeaker?
No one was coming on my loudspeaker. They were just going with the other one.
Ben's losing his mind.
And there was like one going past me and another one going past me. I'm going, I was here before these people. I should not ever be passed in the drive-through lane. I'm a very efficient order. I'm not sitting around looking at the menu going, what am I going to have? I get the same thing. I ordered online. It's already ready to go, but someone needs to take my number so they'll actually make it. So I was just waiting for them to come on, and then one car goes by me, and second car, and a third car goes by me. At that point, I just pulled forward going, I don't care if you haven't taken my order yet. I'm driving up and not letting anyone else go behind me.
Do you know who I am?
Didn't say that. They should. I'm there,
every morning,
3 or 4 times a week at
Ben
least.
Higgins. Purple says, I've never heard Ben this angry before. Yeah, I mean, he walked in. It was like 5:30. I was like, we just walk in at 5:30 now, or
in the line for
I was in
15
line.
minutes. It usually takes 45 seconds. It took me 15 minutes to get my iced coffee this morning.
Just make your coffee at home, like everybody.
Well, then
else
it'll
does.
take 15 minutes to do that. I've got a way that I can do it in 45 seconds.
Takes
on
you
the way to
15
work.
minutes to make some coffee?
What kind of coffee are you making?
Drip.
You start it and then like go put your shoes on or something and come back and it's ready?
I'm surprised your cheap ass doesn't make coffee at home anyway.
The coffee that I make is more expensive than the coffee I buy.
Is that really
99 cents every single day on
It's
the app?
$1 a day, though. It's $5 a
Right.
week.
And if I buy a big thing of beans, it's more than $1
Just
a day.
get a Keurig.
Keurigs are expensive too, and the pods are expensive. I really think I'm saving money with my coffee selection
All
rather
right.
than spending money.
That's fine. Yeah, you could have driven to 7 Mile and back in that time, as Carlos says.
Could have.
Yeah,
Could have.
7 miles and back. Thank you, boys. Good show today.
All right, that is it for the Monday edition of Ben and Woods. Braden and Frank are standing by. They will take you almost to Sammy's pregame show. Remember, early game today, 3:40 first pitch, 2:40 pregame show, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. It'll be Herman Marquez against Bubba Chandler of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we'll see what lineup Craig Stamon puts out for game 1 of the series as the Padres go for their 3rd win in a row. We will be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to talk about it all. We'll have Jesse Agler with his 2nd Incorporator of the year as well. You don't want to miss a minute of it. For executive producer Paul Rindle and Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Monday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.